Hey guys, everyone who's gonna watch this afterwards. Oh, I'm gonna clean that lens a little bit, I think. It's a little, just before anyone else gets here, unless you're already here. I know there's a little delay. There, that's a little better. It's a little more clear. Or maybe there's no delay, I don't know. Let me get that straightened up. Oh, okay, there we go. Ah, crap. I'm not used to doing it from here. Hello, Joe. Hello, Garden Mama? Garden Mama, that's a good name. Um, right now, I am emailing you guys because your hats, I reached the minimum pre-order. So, oh, this is the wrong email. So, I can now start what do you call it? Hey, what's happening here? Sorry, 1 second. Sign in. There we go. I'm not used to doing stuff on the computer here. Usually my wife does this. All right. Let's see here a second. This is gonna be. Sorry, 1 second. I'm not ignoring you. Please work. Sick. All right, we're in. Hi from the UK. Sunny here and off to watch Endgame. I don't know what that is, but have fun. Hello, Patsy. Hello, Lisa. Bruce. Bruce. I recognize your name right away because you message me so often. Howdy, says Rachel. And Melissa from Thunder Bay. And oh, I just saw the Virginia. I just accidentally swiped up when I went to swipe down, but my finger touched the screen going up. Sorry about that, from Thunder Bay. Joanne, Yolanda. Oh, I recognize that name too. Anyways, guys, hello to everyone. I know that I'm going to be skipping a whole bunch of people here. Kathy and Sis Hauser and Greg Holmes says good day. Like, are you British or something? I don't know. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just emailing. Wow, there's a lot of people. So, oh, can I just say something real quick? If you're gonna email me, email my, like, not about ordering something, email my regular email, not the order from Josh. Because I'm trying to keep this clean, which is why I got it. But I've been getting a couple emails in here that aren't related to ordering something. But that's okay. All right. So, my goal today, I spelled question wrong. Well, you spelt wrong. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe that is a word. How did I spell it? Do I have the title here? No, I didn't. Oh well. Thanks for the. I'll probably correct that. Love the bison, says Tracy. Thank you. I actually didn't like that painting. I actually didn't like it at all. But enough people liked it where I was like, all right. Yeah. Now I need. What was that? 15, right? Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am making a. How do I reply? See, this is normally what my wife does right here. On the computer, she replies to a lot of the email stuff because she wants it to sound more professional. So I'm gonna try to make it sound like I'm her. um, I hope your queen is resting up for her marathon. She's actually not running a marathon. She was running um, what is it, 10K, so 10 kilometers, and she did, and she beat her time, her last time, even doing it with her friend who's never run ever. I mean, they trained together, but so they did pretty good. We're gonna do a half um, marathon in August, I think. I don't know. I don't have much time to train though, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna try to think of a generic email that I can send to everyone so that they can send me their well, what would I need? Oh yeah, where they live. Most people have, or not most, but some people have already said where they live. But I'm just gonna say blah blah blah. It's being ordered. Invoice will be emailed shortly or something. Should I actually say blah 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 blah? In the drop down area, how do I do that? The email for ordering is orderfromjosh@gmail.com. I don't know. I guess there is a description area. I'm not very good at the online sort of stuff. I used to only do Instagram, and then every once in a while I'd put up a YouTube video. But now I'm trying to get into the YouTube realm a little more for a little more interaction with you guys. I'm learning stuff almost every day where I'm like, oh, you can't do that? Do it. Say blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to say that. Hopefully people, maybe I'll say that at the end. I don't want people to think, like the people who are not watching this, be like, excuse me? You need a P.O. box. I actually got a P.O. box, which I had freaking written down, but I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find it right here. It's on my other email. No, it's on this email. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it here in the... It's actually not a P.O. box. It's a flex mail, but it acts like a P.O. box. I just don't have to pay ludicrous fees for it every month. Okay. This does not seem right. Flex. Oh, this is Venture. Nope, that's not what I want. Say Canada Post Flex Mail. There we go. You need a P.O. box. Add all the emails that are ordering to your email contacts, then you can send the same email to all of them. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know how to do that, but let's figure that out. But first I'm going to do this. I know that I have a freaking app for this, but I'm using the phone for this right now. Let's go sign in. Maybe they don't have it on the desktop version. Flex Delivery. Maybe it's called Flex Delivery, not... it's called Flex Delivery, not Flex Mail. Okay. And I believe you have to... Shit, what's my password? Haha. It's so hard keeping track of, like, if you have like 17,000 different things and see, I didn't even get it right. Okay, let's try this one. What? Dang it. Crap. I don't remember what the password was. I don't want to get locked out. Oh, maybe I don't remember what my username was. Maybe there was no space. This is gonna lock me out for sure. Dang it. I don't remember. Okay, I can't tell you what the P.O. box number is. I can't remember. Although it might be in here. Let me see. Oh, what the heck? See, there's another thing. If I don't check this, then I don't realize I have money. Okay, that is helpful. I hope this is not boring. I'm sure it's boring, but forgive me. Let's answer some questions. Include the P.O. box with your video description. I did put it in one of them. Oh, why don't I find it through that? Okay. Whoops. Oh, I don't know what that did. I am absolutely, if I ever had an office job, I would get fired on the first hour. I'd be like, how do you print? Okay. Um, let's see. Hello, Vanessa. Not good on the computers, but an awesome artist. Thank you. Hello, Lori. Flex delivery comes by horseback. That's the problem. Okay. Now, oh, can I even do this? Let's see. Okay, how do I go to... Sorry if this is boring. Add it to the description later, thanks. I will. KeyPass, great app for passwords. That seems like, I don't know. I try to keep them up here, but obviously I forgot that one. I'm gonna have to reset that password. Okay. So the PO box, or it's not a PO box, but it's like a PO box. I guess, can I type? Do you know if I can type on here? Oh, in the about section. Okay. Maybe I'll put that in the about. Okay, so here's the PO box. I'm going to copy that. Now I'm going to go to, how do I go to my about? How do I go to my account? Right there. Your channel. I really hope I typed this in correctly too. Okay, about. Sick. Got it. Okay, details. Description. Okay, how do I edit? Oh, I don't know how to edit. How do I edit? Details. What? How do I edit? Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I'll have to do that later, I think. But let me tell you what the... Hey, I got 2 new emails. You guys are awesome. Okay. So, the P.O. box is... Let me write this down so that I don't... I don't have to keep finding this. P.O. box 99900 GE 663616. RPO South Park, Stony Plain, Alberta, T7Z0K2. That's it. You are in rare form today. I don't know what that means. It's in the comments? You already put it in? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm not sure how you write that exactly on a thing. Man, and everyone who's ordered something, basically all of you, your addresses are probably mixed up. Hopefully they found their way to you. Someone had told me that their stickers didn't arrive, and then I asked them to message me, but they never did. But if anything doesn't get to you, and if it's like a print or something, I'll just send you another one, or stickers or anything like that. If it's an actual thing, sometimes they just take a while because they're bigger packages or whatever, and I don't understand that. If they have insurance on them, then they, you don't have to worry about it because then it'll be whatever. But if it's an error on my part that I can rectify, we're definitely going to do that. Okay, so this first person, I'm going to say... I'm gonna copy paste basically every message. I'm gonna say thank you for your interest, which is what I always say. Your pre-order is appreciated! Exclamation mark. The next step is, the next step is to give me your mailing info and a invoice will be sent shortly. Maybe I'll put this underneath. Enter, enter, enter. Keep kicking ass with both feet. Josh. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to put an asterisk there so that, yeah, because there's only 190 of you here. Now even less, 188. So, yeah, this is not going to be a very interesting one. What about the party Saturday? What? What party? Oh, right. That's going to be in the next vlog. But that vlog is probably going to take a while to come out. But if you go on my Instagram, there is a, what would you call it? I guess a finished picture. I was going to say like a release, but it's not a release because there's only one. Why aren't you just emailing the invoice? Because I don't know how much shipping is going to be if I don't know where you live, and therefore the invoice would be incomplete. Oh, I should put that in here. So shipping, I know shipping in, so I'm going to go shipping. Canada is 20 bucks. It's actually more in some places, which is ridiculous, but I'm just going to flat rate it. USA is only $15. And the reason why it costs more to ship to Canada, even though I am in Canada, is because we have mandatory tracking. So if you want tracking, in your reply, just say that you want it to be tracked. It costs a little more. It costs like $7 more sometimes. Something like that. It's a ridiculous price because it should only cost $7. Because like a hat, like this is not the hat. This is one of my preliminary ones. I hated it, so I got it a long time ago. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the hat doesn't weigh anything, so the whole shipping should be $7. I don't know. I even got like small business priority mail card, and it still costs a lot. And then international, whoa, that is spelled wrong. International is $25, and prices are in Canadian dollars. Someone suggested to me that I should just put in Canadian dollars rather than do the math or whatever for the conversion, which is a lot easier now that when I send out a poster, if you guys do the conversion, because most people pay through PayPal, and then there's just an option to pay in Canadian dollars, so you can just click that, put in the amount that it is. So if you're buying one poster, it's $20, and if they're shipping, I think the shipping is like $11 or something like that to Canada. Depends on where you are. I actually put in for those, I put in for the online estimate. It goes in, and it's usually correct. Prices are, okay, this is what I'm saying. Thank you for your interest. Your pre-order is appreciated. The next step is to give me your mailing info and see, that's why you proofread. An invoice will be sent shortly. Shipping, Canada, $20. USA, $15. International, $25. Prices are in Canadian dollars. Keep kicking ass with both feet. Josh, blah, 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 asterisks. I think that sounds good, right? Is that professional sounding? I hope. Dale's leaving. Shipping costs these days are absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. They are ridiculous. Everything actually here in Canada, especially in Alberta, well, I don't know if it's especially in Alberta. I live in Alberta, so, but man, everything is going up. Like drywall used to be $7 a sheet. Now it's $15 a sheet. That's ridiculous. Where do I get Canadian dollars? Man, if you get Canada Goose coming through your wherever you live, you gotta catch one of them, and keep it. And when it lays its eggs, before they hatch, obviously, you got to crack them open, and there should be loonies and toonies in there. That should help you out. Your voice sounds real low, amigo. Well, this is my real voice. I could be like this. If this was my voice, it would not fit my body because I am very skinny, so I would sound ridiculous. What all are you taking pre-orders for at this time? Just the one hat, which is downstairs. I almost wore it. I had a fire yesterday and I started the fire and I was like, no, I don't want it to get all smoky, but I left it downstairs. Just sent over the money for the heart and plaque. The postage is so much, isn't it? I'd order a hat too if it wasn't so much. Thanks again. Katie. For the heart and plaque. Yes, I know who you are now. Yes, I remember. You're the best. The goose that laid the golden egg. Love the natural light coming in your house. Isn't it awesome? So my wife is a big fan of windows. And so let me tell you a story here. This house used to belong to my friend. Now, without getting into specifics exactly, he started neglecting this house intentionally because it was stolen from him. Which just goes to show you can't trust people. So he was like, okay, well, if you're stealing this house from me, see you later. I'm letting this house go. So for a few years, no maintenance, no anything. If anything was needed, oh well, doesn't matter. This house, he paid into this house for so many years, and then it was just stolen from him. And how it was stolen is very shady. So then he's like, whatever, if I'm losing, then you're losing. Eventually he moves away, and then the person who stole it from him tried to sell it, but it was in such disrepair that no one wanted it for the price they were asking. And they lowered the price, and I knew about this house for years, right? It was empty for a whole year while they were trying to fix it, which they couldn't. So what actually ended up happening is the bank was like, yo, we're going to take this house from you. And the bank is Royal Bank, which is a terrible bank. They screw everyone. They're kind of famous for that, sort of. I don't understand how they still have business. But they even screwed us, me and my wife. So they took the house, and this person who stole it then passed it off to someone else at the very last minute, wrote them a letter, and forfeited the house into their name. So that person who screwed my friend who owned this house then screwed that other person, so screwed two people, and anyways, I knew about this house the whole time, and then I really wanted it. Anyway, all this to say is my wife really likes a lot of windows, and I was like, this house is perfect because I can do whatever I want, or, well, we can do whatever we want. Anything that's in here is kind of a team effort. So if I have an idea, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it. And then sometimes my wife's like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if that'll look good. And I'm like, trust me, you just got to have a little vision. It's gonna look sick. And then usually most things, she's like, oh yeah, that actually looks great. So we agreed on knocking this wall out. So we knocked that wall out. We agreed on knocking that wall out and that wall out. There used to be two walls over there in my living room, which used to be a bedroom and an office. That before that was a living room. Anyways, after that, I was like, well, we have that done. Why don't we do this? Put these beams in. That beam is non-structural. This beam is technically structural, but not really. Yeah, so, yeah, windows are great. That I'm not going to make mugs or anything with art. It doesn't do its art justice. That is correct. So, I'm not going to put my paintings on mugs, but I may do artwork specifically for mugs, and it will be centered around Ushitat, not my hands gallery. All right, so what do you guys think of this? Thank you for your interest. Your pre-order is appreciated. The next step is to give me your mailing info, and an invoice will be sent out shortly. So yeah, I forgot a word there. Shipping, Canada, $20. USA, $15. International, $25. Prices are in Canadian dollars. Keep kicking ass to both feet. Josh. Blah, blah, blah. Asterisks. That's probably pretty good, right? I would buy. I use mugs, but don't wear hats. Yeah, I think I will do a mug. I like mugs, but it's just I want to have the inventory so that I can give it out with order or just whatever. I just want to have it, so I'm not doing it through Teespring. So it's a lot of overhead. Like the hats are over $1,000, right? And I don't necessarily have $1,000 right now because I just bought tires that were over $1,000 for the truck, and I have to buy another truck, which is going to cost several $1,000s. So I'm trying to like make it work. So I got to do one thing at a time. So once the hats are good, well, I'll have no money still, but I'm going to take some of those profits earned to release another product. That's kind of my plan. How about a flask? Yeah, I like that. A flask, that's actually a good idea. I don't actually drink though. Add a please to the request for address. That's a good idea. Okay, the next step is to give me your mailing and address. How do I say that? I don't know how to say that with the sentence. I have to restructure the sentence. Next step. Next step. Dash, right? Can I put a dash there? Please give me the next step. There we go. This is what I said. This is what I changed it to. Thank you for your interest. Your pre-order is appreciated. Stop. The next step. Please give me your mailing info and an invoice will be sent out shortly. Yeah, that sounds way more polite. See, that's something that my wife would have said. Not that I'm impolite or anything. It's just, I don't know. My vernacular is not as polished as, someone like my wife is very, professional and proper and stuff, right? She sends out emails like 7,000 a day. Like she's a nurse, but she how much can I say? She does some stuff on the computer. And well, how much can I say? That's a dumb question to even ask because she doesn't even tell me anything because there's like, what do you call that? Patient confidentiality or whatever. So sometimes she's like, oh, there was something so cool today. I'm like, what? And she's like, can't tell you. And I'm like, fantastic. Thanks for the tease. Let's see here. Oh, Alex went live? Well, go see Alex. Alex has an announcement he just posted. Yo, he's probably gonna text me if it's the store. But you know what's kind of a bummer is one of my good friends bought another house in Victoria, so I might go out to Victoria. It's not the X-Files, LOL. I don't get that. Well, if he's going live, I'm sure his is more interesting than me. I'm just writing an email. Oh, I jumped up a couple. Yeah. Don't get overwhelmed. One thing at a time. No, I'm not going to allow myself to get overwhelmed. I don't like being stressed out. Like I was stressed last vlog. I was actually pretty stressed. I tried to not stress at all about anything. That silver truck was stolen one day from my driveway, and my wife's like, "Where's your truck? Where'd you park your truck?" I'm like, "In the driveway," and she's like, "It's not there." And I'm like, in my head, I was like, "Frick," but I didn't say frick. But then outwardly, I was like, "Well, it's gone. What can I do? I'll call the police, I guess." And she was getting so upset that I wasn't upset. She was like, "Why don't you care?" I'm like, "Oh, I care." But I try to keep things like, if you can't help it, don't, stressing is not going to help at all. But I was stressed the other day because I need to pay a mortgage. So I can't exactly neglect my responsibilities in this stage of my life. Not that I would do that anyways, because I will screw myself and my wife, and I do not want to do that. So, oh, thank you, Holly. Holly, are you the Holly who was like, "Hey, why don't you monetize your channel?" You're the best. Even if you're not that other one, you're still the best. Thank you. Education after 8th grade does wonders for your vocabulary. Well, I went up to grade 9, so there you go. Please share. I don't know what that means. Oh, please share your email. Please share your mailing info. Please share your mailing info and an invoice will be sent out. I don't know if I can swing that to make it flow exactly. Maybe I can. I don't know. Please share your mailing info and an invoice will be sent out shortly. You're the best. I'm going to add you're the best. This is probably the opposite of what my wife would say. You're the best. She'd probably say, thank you for your prompt and blah, 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 punctuality. That didn't make sense. Potterhouse news. Oh, he probably sold it. How do you watch both? Please, people, no spoilers about Alex. Frick, LL, my Canadian friend always says holy heck. Oh, lots of people say holy heck. Who stole your truck? Man, my own blood. No, I'm just kidding. 2 people with a child stole it. So 2 people stole it. I don't know who that the child. I'm assuming they needed to hitch a ride somewhere and they were like jackpot. Although to get into my in-laws yard, because this is when I lived at my in-laws, you had to go through, like they have a 3-acre property or maybe a little more than that. So like they had to be in the open. There's no trees there. They would have had to be in the open for a long time. Get in the truck, start it, which is loud. It has like a performance exhaust on it, so it's a little louder. It's not exactly super fast or anything, but it's like, it's loud. Somehow I didn't hear it. And then you could see where they backed up and then they peeled out. It's a gravel driveway. So the way that the driveway is, if you watch some of my vlogs, you kind of already seen this, but there's like a parking spot area behind the car garage. I was parked there and they would have gone down the driveway. And then you could see where they turned down the road because they fishtailed all the rocks off the driveway. And then so then I get a call 30 days later. About 30 days later. Actually, no, exactly 30 days later, from a wrecker saying, "Yo, are you gonna come get your truck? I'm gonna crush it today." And I was like, "What? You have my truck?" He's like, "Yeah, it's been here for 30 or 29 days." Or he said he was going to crush it tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to come get it. I didn't know that it was found. And the screwed up part is that my wallet was found because I left my wallet in the truck. Stupid idea. And my wallet was found in Mayerthorpe, some other town. And some lady at Tim Hortons who worked at Tim Hortons, she calls me. She's like, "Hey, are you Josh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Hey, I found your wallet here by the dumpster. Did you lose it? Were you looking for something or something?" I was like, "No, someone stole it." She's like, "Okay." And she sends it back to me. So I called the police station. I'm like, "Yo, they found my wallet in Mayerthorpe." It wasn't Mayerthorpe. It was some other town. And I was like, "So maybe contact them and ask them to if they've seen the truck or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, we'll add that to the file." Meanwhile, it was found in Prairie River, and in Prairie River RCMP, they they found it the next day. So say I lost it on Monday, it was found on Sunday, and then it was found in a farmer's field. Um, they were trying to hide it. I think they were going to go back to get it. I don't know, but they hid it in some trees, and a farmer found it when he went out to his field, and so I was like, I was so bummed. So it was in impound, so I had to pay $1,500. No, it was actually $1,300 plus like $500. Not 500. It's probably more like $200 in fuel. This truck takes premium fuel, so it costs way more, and then plus the vehicle to get out there. So one gas going there, double gas plus the truck had Supreme fuel on the way back, and I was just like, I was choked. So I called the called the police. I'm like, hey, you guys had this truck for a long time. What? Why didn't you tell me? And then finally, I got reimbursed for most of the impound fees, except for the release fee and the first day, because they would have had it for 1 day regardless. But still, they should have called me immediately and been like, yo, we have your truck. It almost got crushed, and I love that truck. I don't know why exactly, I just do. But, anyways, what do you guys think of this? Let me get back here. I want to cuddle, go Red Sox. What? Um, it was the truck with the stickers on it. This was before I did anything to it. It was just like a nice mint truck, no scratches or anything. And then when I got it back, it's scratched to shit. So that's why I sharpied all over it. Because, you know, I was like, yo, this is a bummer. And actually, when that truck was stolen, I bought another one, another Dakota, an RT Dakota. It was a 98, so it didn't have all the options that this one has. This one has all the options of the time, uh, except for I took out the electric seats because those are annoying. You know, like the I hate those. So I put in regular seats, which I actually got from the 98. I just swapped them, and then I took out the 98 had hooker long tube headers, so I took those out and put them in the silver one when I got it back, and a couple other things that were performance, like the front bumper, like the fascia part, that was from the blue one, which is why it's blue, which is why I put stickers on it. I thought it would be cheaper to just sticker bomb it than to paint it to color match it, but it was way more money. There's like $1,500 worth of stickers on it, and they're all faded and ripped and stuff. So I still like it though. Uh, if you call that being frustrated, you need to meet my husband. He would have been yelling early on. I wish he had your patience and temper. I find I find that if you keep your cool longer, you're more level-headed in the problem-solving phase instead of just being, yeah, let's do that. Like, let's say, I don't know, let's say my computer crashed. Let's say anyone's computer crashed. I'd be like, yo, this sucks. And then I would pick it up and smash it through a window, causing more problems. But if I keep my cool, then I'm like, all right, what can I do? Well, I can turn this in because it's still got a good body. They can refurbish this into a newer computer. Bam, I can get 200 bucks for it. You know? I don't know. Something like that. I just made that up. I don't know if that's actually true, so don't quote me. But that's something that I would consider. But if I'm all hot-headed, then I would smash it or something. I don't know. Uh, was the truck worth it? I'm not sure what that means. Was it worth getting like the truck is still like this truck is on like you have to be a Dakota person to really appreciate it, but the truck is worth uh definitely worth saving. It's a 2002, which is the most desirable year for this era or this body style of Dakota. It goes up to 2003, but 2003 didn't have an option for RT. Uh, all the sport editions were RTs, and they're actually better than the 2002s and before because they have disc brakes all the way around and whatever. Um, but it wasn't an option, so it's not as desirable. My truck is considered a half trophy truck, which means it's not the one that you want, it's the second one you want. You know, it's like second place because it's a club cab, so it's got an extended cab. You want the single cab Dakota because it's the most desirable one in 2002. I wanted the club cab one because I was tricking myself into saying I'm going to use it for work. It's way too small for work and it's way too hard to keep clean while on the job site. I just really wanted it. Yeah, so there's that. It's definitely worth saving. In years to come, it'll be worth quite a bit of money. Same with my Mustang. My Mustang is a 93, which right now is becoming very desirable. Same with the old F-150s and stuff, like the 96, like 90, let's say 86 to 96. 86? Yes, I think 86 to 96 are now becoming a very desirable truck, uh, which I used to have a 91, and then I freaking sold it. But anyways, is this still live? You doll you, did you say July for confections update vlog? What the heck? It'll be snowing by then. I don't think I said that. There's hats. Sounds still weird. They didn't actually catch the people who stole it. How I know it was two people and and a kid, or who had a kid, is because okay, so I'm small, pretty small, like I'm skinny, right? So I got racing seats put in this truck, and just for the just for shits and giggles, basically. I just wanted them. And whoever sat in it was really fat. And whoever sat in the passenger seat was also really fat because these seats cradle your butt so that you stay in there while you're going really fast around corners or whatever. You don't move all around. It kind of hugs you, right? It hugs you right up here and it hugs you by your hips and then a little bit above your hips and then at your knees as well. It just holds you steady. Well, where it holds you at your hips and your knees, it was like, so it's supposed to be like this, right? And it was like, it was, both of them were smushed, so they wrecked them. They must have weighed a lot because, I mean, that's not supposed to happen. And how I know they had a kid is because there was a bunch of kids' books in them, and I actually still have one of them that has their names in it. Didn't help catch them. They didn't get caught, and they probably never will. And whatever, it's over now. If I met them now, and if they ever told me that they stole my truck, I would probably give them a high five in the face. But no, I wouldn't. Your seat description cracked me up. Have you ever shown your finished door? Not yet, and it's actually not finished. I still haven't put the handle on it. Why is everyone spoiling after everyone said don't spoil Alex's thing? We have two great guys here, Josh and Alex. They do their own thing. Stop blending them. Potter House was a while back. We love Josh. Okay. Is this story like the poker? No, that story is what I just told is absolutely true. So it's gonna be sick. The truck when it's done. I started a thought in my head and then was like, wait a minute. I didn't even say it. The truck, like I'm going to re-sharpie it. Why the heck is everyone still spoiling it? I always love your sound effects in your stories. You know what's funny? My brother Will is always just like, how did it go? If I put a sound effect in there, I'm like, oh yeah. And then he shot the guy like, and he's like, how did it go? It's funny. They spoil just to gain attention. Oh, they might be trolls. Okay, that I didn't think about that. I just thought they were idiots or something. Fat thieves should have walked instead of stealing your truck. Yeah, I mean they drove it far. Like it was 8 hours away from me. 8 hours, maybe a little more than that. Maybe 10 hours away from me. Um, yeah, so it was a long drive getting there, and then we drove back in the same day. So yeah, please share on your social media accounts. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but if you say again, then I will. Okay, so here's the email. Thank you for your interest. Your pre-order is appreciated. The next step, dash. Please share your mailing info and an invoice will be sent out shortly. You're the best. Shipping. Canada, $20. USA, $15. International, $25. Prices are in Canadian dollars. Keep kicking ass with both feet. Josh, blah, 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 asterisk. Hey, Margaret. Thanks for being here from Ireland. Looking forward to your new Sharpie version, assuming you'll do a video. Yeah, I will do a video. It's going to be in the next vlog. I filmed, so the first part of the vlog, this is a sneak, no, what is this? A teaser, we'll call it. So the first part of the vlog is doing the live painting at Confections. Second part of the vlog is going to be, it's basically what I do as a professional artist. That's the fun part. So that, something for myself, which is my truck, and then something for clients. So one thing is the charity type thing. One thing is something for myself, and one thing is going to be for client work, which is going to be Jen's beam, so the brackets that go around the beam. And then if there's room in the video, I'll do another one. I think my dog wants in. Or maybe he is in. Someone's at the door. 1 second. Okay. There he is. Also, another update, shall we call it? I love how you tell your stories. Are they funny? My son has bought a Mustang and he let his friend drive it, and his friend wrecked it, and it was just a month old, and he had taken it out of the dealer. That was so messed up. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. My little brother, took my Mustang and put it in a ditch one time. Mine is old, and at the time, it was worth a decent amount, but he put it in the ditch. That was very deep, trying to show off to a school bus full of kids. So he ripped around a corner, and then, so he fishtailed, I guess, because there was gravel, loose gravel from, like in the wintertime, they put down gravel. And they usually sweep it up in the springtime, but for whatever reason they hadn't this time. Anyways, he went around, and then when he got to pavement, it bit, and he went on 2 wheels, and then he steered the other way, because obviously he was scared, and then he turned and then went down the ditch. And then he calls me, he's like, I was like, hello? And he's like, you're gonna be so mad. And I'm like, why? What did you do? And he's like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm like, what? And he's like, man, I need you to come at blah, blah, wherever he was. And so I get there, and I don't see him, because he's still sitting in the car in this deep, deep ditch. And anyway, we eventually got it out, but man, I was pissed. Some lady actually came around the corner, and she was yelling at me. Me and my brother look kind of alike. So she's yelling at me, and I'm like, what the heck? She's like, you don't do that. You could have killed someone or yourself. That's very unsafe. And I was like, what are you talking about? But she had seen Jakota rip around the corner, and then that's how I knew that he went on 2 wheels, because he didn't tell me that. This lady did. Because I was like, oh, that was my brother. I'm just getting the car out. And then she's like, oh, your brother's blah, blah, blah. It's like, he was on 2 wheels. He could have killed himself. And then she cooled down, and then she drove away. But yeah, and that story is absolutely true, just so you know. Is the bathroom finished? It is not. The bathroom is, let's see, it's at a stage where I can put in the tile, but I can't afford to put in the tile right now, with everything else that's going on. So, probably next month, which is almost next month, once I get paid from a couple client jobs, I'll be able to start working on that. So that's why the next vlog is not going to be oriented on that. I mean, I could have added doing the yard work again, but that is probably boring to watch that 3 vlogs in a row, so I'm not going to do that. If I find something interesting in my yard that I can vlog about, then I'll do that. But I don't want people to be like, oh, skip this one, he's just doing yard work again, right? I try to make them as interesting as I can. Again, it's my real life, so I'm not always, I don't always know. You should include the shipping fees or estimates in Canada. Well, they're a minimum of $20, so I don't mind. I'll eat the extra cost because most places are $20. Some are $32, which is like, what? That's more than international. International is a flat rate, and US is not a flat rate, but most places are $15. It's ridiculous. To ship a hat that's going to be in a box like this big, I'm trying to figure out the box situation. I may just make the boxes out of old cardboard. I don't know. I just want them to look professional as heck, though. So I don't. You can't really achieve that by just making a box. You know, cutting it with a X-Acto knife and then taping it up, right? Des Moines, Iowa. Good day, Gene Miller. Hey, I'm from Ohio. Shout out. Have you started the deck art? Not yet. I will. That is. I was thinking about putting that in the next vlog as well. So I may do that. One person has already paid for their deck sign, so I'm going to probably do that in the video. I'll probably do a couple, but yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I still have the list of all the ones that we chose. So we're gonna figure that out. Watching you paint is so inspiring for my whole family. Thanks for sharing your love of art. Well, thank you for liking it. When life gets loud, listen to yourself. Love you. Oh, that was from the 10K that Ashley ran. Was it Dakota who buried the car in the ditch? That was Dakota. Did that cake place need some work done a year ago that you are doing soon? They, yeah, an airbrush thing. I had a boyfriend at 15 who let me drive his Blazer, and I ended up flipping it while we were all in it. I didn't have my license, so he took the blame. He ended up cheating on me. Well, good thing you wrecked his car. Great story. I love Dakota. LOL. He's funny without trying. Dude, he has the best sense of humor. I love it when I think something's funny. If I'm watching something funny, I will stop it and I'll be like, I'll call him up. I'm like, yo, Dakota, I'm watching something right now. I think you'll like it. Come over so that I can laugh even harder. Because his laugh makes me laugh, and it's just the best. All right, let's get back to this. Can we order a deck board at the same time as the hat so they can be sent together? I'll tell you what. At the end of this, okay, here's what I'll do. At the end of this email, I'll say if there's any other order that you want to place it with your reply. And then that way we can do it, because then you don't have to pay shipping twice. Yeah, because the hats are actually going to take at least 3 weeks to come in. Like, how long did it take to get the one hat? It took like a month and a bit, right? That was an accident. That was not their fault. The company who actually makes the hats, they opened the wrong PO. What is that? Product order number. So they accidentally did that. So that one should have only taken 2 or 3 weeks. But these hats, because there's so many that are being made, they have to do it in order, right? And it's busy season right now, so they don't go, oh, this one is whatever. If it's one hat, then they can do it right away. But if it's how many hats are we getting? 50 hats? I think 50 hats, right? So if there's 50 hats, then that's a decent order. So they have to put it in order. I think you understand. You're not dumb. Okay, so I'm gonna say. So it says blah blah blah. If you'd like to order anything else, feel free to put it in your reply. If you'd like to order anything else, feel free to put it in your reply. Does that make sense? He didn't bend the frame? No, he did not bend the frame. And lucky, because it's a unibody. So there's Yeah, I'm so lucky. I love that car. That's been my dream car since I was a little kid, and I bought it with. So if you're native, you get a trust. My band, some man, people can be shitty. My band, our trust funds were stolen. Like a couple $1 million worth was stolen. So like depending on when you get put into the program or whatever, whenever you get whatever, like it's not exactly a birthright necessarily. You have to be registered for it. At least that's my understanding. So I was lucky to get $15,000 when I turned 18, and that's what I bought the car with. I didn't. It wasn't $15,000. It was at the time it was a ripoff. I bought it for $6,800. I just really wanted it. Stupid. I probably could have gotten the same car for about $4,000. Nowadays, you would spend seven-ish thousand dollars on it, but 10 years ago or 12 years ago, whenever, yeah, 13 years ago, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was, yeah, that was not the case. Yeah, I should have spent 4 grand on it, but I didn't know anything. I just knew that I wanted it, so I bought it. But before my generation, the trust was stolen. Like a couple $1 million were, like, what do you call it when you take it off the top? By our whoever looks after that. So that was kind of stupid. Dealing with your car troubles on the vlogs is much more interesting than the yard work. Yeah, I would say that. Love the vanity. Always wanted one like that. Never happened though. Why don't you just rip out the one you have and put that one in? That's what I would do. What is happening here? Uh, Cardboard and duct tape, red green style. Loving the lady's voice. Oh, in the story. Post office employees are greedy. Oh, do you think like their raises is what caused everything to go up? That could be. Uline is a great company for boxes. That's actually, if you order something from me and it comes in a plastic bag, those are from Uline. And I got those plastic bags so that you could reuse them. I should really put something in there that says, please reuse the packaging. Because that's the goal is to reduce. You know, like in school, reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's why I make stuff out of junk. One, it's free. Two, it's cool to be like, hey, is that a blah blah blah? It certainly is. And three, it's good for the planet. And like we only have one planet, unless we can get to Mars. I don't know, but that's going to take a while. So uh, it's probably easier to fix the planet that we're on rather than to get another planet ready to have habitat to planetate. I don't know what the word is. That's probably not a word. Planetate. Gene Miller is the best. That's an even better shout out, right? USA Post Office are overpaid. Well, I don't know. Have you ever worked at the post office? Like when people say certain something that they're not experienced in, they're overpaid. Like people say that uh, as an unskilled worker, making $15 an hour is overpaying them. When I was an unskilled uh, framer, I made $22 an hour, something like that. Yo, and I would not have done it for less because that is hard work. So when people say that other people are overpaid, how do you know? Like, I don't know. That's how I try to look at it. I'm not judging you or anything. I'm just wondering how you come to that conclusion. Because like right now, say I work for a client and I'm willing to do their job for like say $10,000. But then someone else who has, say, the same skill set is willing to do it for $8,000, and they do the same amount of good job. You know, it turns out the same. What makes me worth more or less, or him more or less, is not necessarily the dollar that I put on or the dollar he puts on. It's what the consumer puts on. So if you're willing to pay, then they're obviously worth it. That's what I think. I could be wrong. With everything you have to do you ever make lists? I'm lost without my list, but I'm 58. What can you expect? I very rarely make lists. My wife makes lists a lot. If there's something important that I can't forget, like I had to go get water today, so when I went to go wash the existing Sharpie off my truck, if I didn't have the list, I would have forgot to do that. Usually I'm like, all right, I have to do that. You know what would be great if I made a list of all my passwords, but then if someone found it, they would be like, clickety click, steal all my money. All right, this is the new email. Thank you for your interest. Your pre-order is appreciated. Your next step. Please share your mailing info and an invoice will be sent out shortly. You're the best. Shipping. Canada, $20. USA, $15. International, $25. Prices are in Canadian dollars. Keep kicking ass with both feet. Josh. Blah, blah, blah. Asterisk. If you'd like to order anything else, feel free to put it in your reply. The fountain in the pond thing, I actually never asked him yet, so I'm not sure. Your trustee embezzled the money. Yes. Not feel free. Please add additional requests in the box below. Well, there's no box below, but okay, so if you'd like to order anything else, I'm going to say, please request it in your reply. How about that? Please request it in your reply. And I won't put an exclamation mark because that sounds rude. Miffles. Okay. I had a pothole 3 feet deep and broke my spring. That is crazy. Love that Adam's apple. Enjoying your vlogs and live from Central Utah at Nephi Crossroad of the West. Inhabit. Yes, inhabit. That's the word I was looking for. They're coming up with a plastic bag now that is more recyclable. Yeah, word. I know that. The plastic bags that I use, I got the thinnest one that is still strong enough to not break by touching it. So I got the thinnest one I could, so that I could still hold something that was metal without getting it all punctured and stuff. So saving the planet is cheaper than terraforming Mars. Word. Yes, upcycling and reusing with less packaging is important. Yeah. I'm hard work. They're severely underpaid like teachers. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, my packaging material is basically my old paint rags, which are paper towel. Yeah, I figured why not, if I'm just going to throw them out, I may as well use them. And it's not like they're dirty. They are technically dirty. It's just they're not dirty, right? Like they're not unclean necessarily. They're just full of paint. Like I wouldn't be like putting like, oh, I just worked on my truck, changed the brakes, got all this grease all over me. Let's put that in your packaging. That would be ridiculous. Everyone should work in customer service at least 1 year of their lives. It would make us all more compassionate. I used to work in customer service in a way. I worked at a fast food restaurant. Email sounds good. Press send. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Lots of there's another band out here. It was in the news 2 years ago. I think they stole like 20 million or something ridiculous. My band, luckily, it was only like around like 5 million or something like that. But yeah, like it was like 20 million. They got screwed hard, and yeah, that's sad. Okay, I'm gonna copy this so I can put it in everyone's email. But I'm gonna try that. Okay, I'm pressing send. USA post offices are almost bankrupt. Our government has to keep bailing them out. Yeah. Hey, Linda Stark, where are you? Someone just I do also Greg shorthand. Linda Stark. I don't know if you saw, but in my one vlog, when I started saying the to be continued, I believe that was because of you. If you watch the to be continued, your name like pops up real quick, like for like 1 second, not even 1 second. Just so you know. Someone just sent me an email or a Instagram message. Oh, okay. So this is what I was gonna see. My ADD is like, right? Okay, I'm sending this. Um, my wife has come up with a hat that she wants to use. So she actually already had the idea of a ponytail hat. I told her that, and she's like, "Yeah, that's actually really good. I was actually thinking about that." So there's probably going to be a ponytail hat version and a regular version of a regular ball cap. And the regular version uh, will be for men and for girls. And the ball cap, I mean, if you want to order it as a man, you can. Whatever. That doesn't matter to me. And then there's going to be this style of hat, except for this. See, this material right here is kind of like a canvasy material. This is a cheaper material than what my actual hat is, which is like, man, it's so mint. I love it. It's so good. I don't know. Save the Earth, move to Mars. Like the way you and Alex upcycled on the Potter House. Yeah, me too. I like the popcorn idea that you had, although your paint rags are a little bit of you. The paint rag was my idea, but the popcorn was someone else's idea. I just agreed with them. Uh, Paint rags being a little part of me, I wouldn't keep those necessarily. I mean, they are garbage. So, I mean, you can use them as fire starter maybe. Although I don't know burning paint. Although it's water based. I don't know. I worked with public, wanted to punch half of them in the mouth. That Adam's apple is deep. What can I say? Emily, hello and good night. You're the best. Have you ever heard of Fordite? This is a substance made from the accumulation of the paint used on cars at Ford. They use it to make all kinds of stuff. Of course, they no longer paint that way. I've never heard of it. Linda Stark says, yes, it was. LOL. I don't know if you're replying to me, but if you notice that, since that, oh, that was your idea to do the to be continued. Yeah, so I just made a thank you, Linda Stark. I thought that was a really good idea to do it to be continued. So now I do that. What's a band? Is that a trust fund or Native Americans? Well, you don't necessarily have to be American. Although, I guess Canadians are technically Americans in the sense of being North American. Band is like a tribe, I guess you could say. Hello from Wisconsin. Do you celebrate Memorial Day today in the U.S.? No, we do not. We have Remembrance Day, which is on the same day as Veterans Day, uh, which obviously that makes sense because that's when the war was over. And we celebrate, shit, I forget what the other one is. There's another day, but it's not on the same day. We had a long weekend last weekend, which is Victoria Day. Um, when we get screwed by that amount of money, it's usually the government behind it. Well, that's only millions, right? So millions, that's small scale when it comes to government. I mean, I'm sure they would do it, but yeah, that was not the government that's stole it. It was like you get so through the treaty, you're entitled to a certain amount of money. Uh, I don't exactly know how it works. So, say council member so and so is like, yo, so whatever, this is the amount. Clickety clack, hey, Mr. President or Mr. Prime Minister, wherever you're from, we need this amount or whatever it is. I don't know how it works. Then they go funnel them the money or whatever. They give them the money. Say they give them $1 million. I don't know how much they actually give. And then Councilman so and so goes, all right, I got $1 million because I asked for 500,000 more than we actually needed. That would be ridiculous because that's half. That would be too obvious. Let's say he keeps 100,000 and he hides that in getting a new vehicle because chief and councilmen they get vehicles sometimes, not all the time. Probably depends on the band, but so they get say they want $100,000, but they all get like Toyota Camrys, so they're cheap vehicles. They're $17,000, and 17,000. Let's say there's three people who get it. I don't know how it works, and then they just keep all the rest of that money, and then they just keep doing that over and over and over and over again. And then they say they get a new vehicle, but they actually don't, or whatever, you know? Because I don't know how easy it is to hide the expenses, but that's kind of how it happened, sort of. I don't know. It was in the newspaper and stuff, and in the regular news. What fun stuff is there to do on a trip to Edmonton? Cake place, art gallery that has your work, Alex's store. Uh, yeah, you can do that. You can go to the mall, West End Mall, which one of the galleries I'm in is in West End Mall. That's if you like the mall. Okay, I'm sending this. Sent it. I hope no one else had any other good suggestions. Okay, copy. Now, going back to inbox. PayPal. Okay. Okay. Someone just sent me this just now, I think. So you're just gonna get the same email. Okay. How do I send it to all of them? Does anyone know how to do that? Because I sent it to 2 out of all these people. Okay. I don't know how to do this. What's this? Archive, delete, mark as unread, snooze. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to shipping to the UK. So reply. How do I reply? Right here. Bam. Paste. Send. I like it. Okay. Next. Oh, I have to really keep a track of this. That was 3, so this is 4. Reply. Paste. Oh, crap. Paste. Oh, see, I screwed that up. Okay. Good. Good. What fun. Okay, so you should try being a nurse. It is not only challenging, but you work with the public in all aspects, dealing with all kinds of dynamics. But as a nurse, we do it because we love it, though underpaid. Word. My wife is a nurse. Yeah. Ushitak Queen hat would be awesome. You think so? I think there will be one coming. Okay, how many do I have? Okay, that person already played. Played? Paid. Amy. Sending you one. I don't know if you're on right now. Gwen. I'm sending this, whoops. I'm sending this to everyone even if they already sent me their address. Bam. Because I don't have time to read all these. Dang it, now I forget where I'm at. Let's scroll down here. Maybe someone gave me some advice. Reply all. Oh, you can do that? How do you do that? Inbox. Reply all. There's a little keyboard up here. Input tools. Settings. Or can I... So if I go, I think... Did I already reply to this person? No. Okay, so if I... Okay, how do I do this? If I click on all these names... Let's see. Okay, select them all first. Okay. Okay, that person actually didn't order one, so we'll skip them. Nope, that's not. Oh, and by the way, all the hats are going to come with a sticker. So someone said that they wanted to buy a sticker as well, but you'll just get a sticker. Okay. Okay, that one I don't think is one. All these people who put hat in the subject line, that's the best. Okay. Okay, that's all on this one page. Or that's all of them actually, I think. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay. Okay, what is this one? Okay, back. Okay, I got them all. Now what do I do? Then click right, you'll get reply all. Sick! Freaking geniuses. Oh. What? Okay, that is not correct. Oh, maybe it is correct. Okay. I'm gonna try that again. Reply all. Bam. Paste. Send. Oh, no, it doesn't work. But if I do this, it actually didn't work. But all the windows came up, so that's good. Paste. Send. Sending message sent. I wish that would not be there. Let's go over here. Paste. Send. Will you make a finger painting of our great President Trump? No. Every time I see these live streams, I want to meet the people in them, if it's possible. You can meet me. I don't mind. You can come to my studio once it's up. I guess if you're local, it might be a ways to go if you're not local. But once my studio is put together, I often have people come by. You just have to be careful of Hank when he's out, because as sweet as he seems on video, he will rip your legs off if he doesn't know you and you just come in here. He's a good dog, though. I suppose that's what you want in a dog, you know, to be protective of your property and stuff, just in case there's some nefarious characters around. You don't want anyone stealing your stuff, and there's a lot of theft out this way. But hopefully, if that ever happens, I'll catch them on camera. Because lots of people here, like on Facebook, they have like a, in my area, well, every area basically has their own like Facebook page where it says like, be on the lookout for this character, whatever, in the chat groups. And so you'll often see watching, you'll see like people doing, stealing something, whatever, and it has their face on there. So, and they often get caught because they don't see the cameras. Especially nowadays, like you can hide your cameras. I have a idea for a camera. I want to have like this like weird thing where people have to like look really close at it so that like the camera will get like a good nose shot just for fun, just because I think it's funny. But like if you just go like right out there, there's camera. So if they're like if they come up and they see like I don't know what, maybe it'll be like a I don't know a cupid or something spreading cheek or something, and then they like look close. I think that would be hilarious. Lucy O'Flynn, they replied. Thank you so much. Okay, excellent. So I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna. How do I mark that as unread? Sick. I'm gonna ignore all of them so they all come in. I don't mean ignore. I mean like I'm gonna come back and look at them later so that I can have a look at them all at the same time rather than keep coming back to them. I mean, I will get a ton of notifications on my phone probably, but that's fine. And then someone sent me. All right, Katie. You're the best, Katie. I'm going to mark this as unread. Oh, I don't know how to do this. 315 people are watching me just do my office work. Office work? Would you call it office work? Okay, I'm going to leave that unread so I don't forget. By the way, if I ever forget or you haven't gotten something or I haven't replied, just message me again because sometimes I open it when I'm on my phone and then I go, okay, bank that, and then I forget it because I start doing something else, right? So I'm not ignoring you and I'm not trying to neglect you. I just forgot. That's all. Close. Yeah, and I have to figure out my freaking password for uh, my flex delivery or whatever. Major Potter's house. Oh, he's at the house. Okay. Now that that's done, you should make Hank t-shirts or of your paintings. I'm not gonna do it on my paintings, but I am gonna do a Hank shirt. So yeah, he's just chilling. He's straight bushed from doing nothing all day. Yeah, but he just perked up because he heard a diesel truck go by, and he's like, "Hey, who is that?" He's gonna start barking. Oh wait, is that thunder? No, that can't be thunder. That's probably a dump truck, actually. Then where it says delete, there should be an arrow and you can change it to reply all. Is it too late to order a hat? It's not too late to order a hat. Just go to orderfromjosh@gmail.com. I don't have a website. I do have a website, but actually if you go to it, it says website unavailable because I did not pay the hosting fees because I didn't get much traffic to it because I never did anything on it. Did you see that? I didn't get much traffic to it, probably because I didn't promote it. And so I was like, screw this. Don't need one. I have Facebook. Everyone else has Facebook. Most people do anyways. And if they don't, then you can still look on Facebook without having an account. And if you're willing to look at a website, then you can also look at a Facebook because it has my email on there, so you can still order what you want. That was my logic. All want to understand what the Great Awakening is and why YouTube. What? Blow your mind. All right. I am relaxed. Already got my reply. Thank you. Well, thank you, because I got your reply to the reply. You can open a new email, enter in everybody's email address, so no one else can see them. Then paste. Yeah, but how do I? Then I have to type in everyone's email, which would take way longer, right? Because there's way too many. I don't know how to do like a email list thing. I don't know. I thought of this. I can't afford it, so it's not going to happen, but maybe in the future. I was thinking about having someone who just did the online stuff, like maybe a couple people. One person does like the, whatever, like the managing of like messages, emails, and stuff, and then one person takes care of merch because like I would still design the merch, but someone who's just like takes all the orders, sends them out because there's a lot of now that like I have a lot more, shall we say, fans. I have to go to the mail. I almost said mail place. It is a mail place. Pack mail. I go to pack mail or the post office, depending on what it is, every Monday. And see, where are they? There should be a stack of stuff somewhere, which is fine. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much for all your orders. But it takes a lot of time, right? So I'm like, all right, scroll, find their message. Okay, okay, there's their address. Write down the address. Okay, double check it. Bam, bam, bam. Put all the whatever they ordered into the envelope or the tube or whatever it is, and I'm always like, man, is that tube too thin? Should I get a bigger tube? Is that envelope gonna hold up? Should I put some reinforcement in there? Is blah 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 blah. Should I put a sticker in this order? Because sometimes I put stickers in orders. Sometimes I put something extra. Sometimes I will draw something and I'll stick that in there just for because I appreciate you guys. I can't do that to everyone because I mean I would be going broke. But every few I'll do that. And then I could put a drawing in every one, but that would take a while. But then I go to I go to the like the next one. Then I go to all the Instagram ones. Then I go to the email ones, and then then I have sometimes there's two, sometimes there's 10, sometimes there's none, and sometimes for a long time there's none, which is fine. Uh, and then Ashley will make sure that all the addresses are correct. So she's like, okay, that one's good, good. Put it in the stack. Next one, good. Put it in the stack. Next one, right? And then she finds them all just because we want them to get to where they're going as fast as possible, sort of thing. And then on Monday, go to the post office and mail them out. There's probably a better way to do it, but I don't know what it is. Uh, Lots of stuff about Trump. Watching you was the start of the end of my job. A boss was paranoid when I told her that she didn't have a sense of humor. What? Watching you was the start of the end of my job. A boss was paranoid when I told her that she didn't have a sense of humor. Did you quit your job because you watched me? If you did, if that's true, awesome. That's if you didn't want the job. I always this is my philosophy. Is it a philosophy? I don't know what a philosophy is. This is how I think everyone should live their life. Wake up, kick ass. Go to sleep, keep kicking ass. You know, I think every part of your life should be happy. Of course, stuff is going to happen where you're not going to be happy, but if it's in your control, be happy. Some people say that happiness is overrated. In fact, one of you guys said that. Maybe not one of you, but someone on here said that was overrated. I don't know what they meant by that, but everyone has the power to be happy in their life. At least that's my belief because I was miserable when I had this job that I hated so much, but I was stuck in it. I understand what it means to be stuck in a dead end job or a job that you hate because I was that for well, I didn't hate it at first. It was okay. But then I started hating it after maybe like 2 months or something like that. But I stayed there for over 2 years. And then I got fired. Well, then I quit. And then I got fired. My fault. And then I started, and at that job, I started painting. So I'm actually glad I had that job because I wouldn't have known that I liked painting. Um, because I hung out with my one friend, and if I didn't hang out with her on that specific day, I wouldn't have started painting. And the reason why I hung out with her on that specific day is because I worked shift work. So I didn't hang out with her for these 2 weeks because I was on nights, and then the next 2 weeks, uh, it's days, and in the next 2 weeks it's afternoons, right? So during the day shifts, I get off at 3, so then I had time to hang out. So I go hang out with her, but that specific day it started raining, and we were going to urban exploring, but it was raining, and we didn't want to go walk through this mud field to get to the abandoned school, so we started painting instead. And if I hadn't had that job and we still hung out, it would have been on the day that we wanted to. When she was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" Blah 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 on that day, but I couldn't because I was going to work night shift, so I was sleeping in the daytime. So yeah. Anyways, quit that job, got fired after I quit because I was like, well, I quit, so I'm not going to put up with this boss man that I don't like anymore. So I just spoke my mind, which is not advisable if you want to keep your job, but I didn't care. Did that, quit my job, got into contracting, working for this one company that I worked for 2 days. Then I quit the job because I was like, these guys suck. Because I was the only one on site for both the days that I went, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I can demo. I know how to do that. I know how to use certain tools, but I don't know how to I don't know how to build stuff, you know? So I was like, peace out. And then I worked for my friend's friend, who is the guy who owned this house before. Worked for him taping. Then I went to the one friend who at that job that I hate, the friend's friend. Uh, Worked for him framing, and then went back to taping, framing, and then a smattering of other trade work, and then eventually I was like, as I got better painting, I could sell more, and I could sell for more, and then it gets to a point where I'm like half and half, and then it gets to another point where I'm doing art, let's say full time, and then the contracting on the side, rather than contracting full time and art on the side. I switched those around, and then I went to strictly just art, and then now I'm in a medium place where sometimes I'll have to take a contract because I bought this house, so I need to pay the mortgage, I need to pay the bills, I need to buy a lawnmower, what do you call it, like a snowblower. I would like to get a quad with a blade on it because a quad would help with a bunch of other things around here. Now I need to get a new truck, which that sucks. And I don't know. I forget what my point was. Oh yeah. Anyways, before I was broke, now I'm still broke, but completely happy. So yeah, if you quit your job because of me and you're happy, wicked. I love that. Would love to meet you in Alex, but would have to drive 32 hours to get there. Yo, if it's a good drive, why not? The Hank pick with your Uchitat hat would make a great t-shirt. Good branding. Yeah, but I want it to be, I like simple design. So if it had all that background stuff, it would just look like a memorial picture, and I don't want that. I think I'm just going to do a simple drawing of him. I'm going to try to make it look like him as best as I can, just with line work. And then, if you've seen, how about this? I'm going to leave you here for a bit. Just 1 second. Okay. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to draw something here. I'm not going to draw Hank right now, but I am going to draw something. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to show you an example of a scribble. And I've been meaning to do this anyways. This is actually going to go to someone who I appreciate. I appreciate all of you, but this is going to go to someone specific. So, oh, this doesn't go down. Okay, that's okay. We'll start with, this is blank, right? We are going to go with, this is just a regular ballpoint pen, Jetstream, whatever. I don't really know how to draw that good, but I can doodle okay, so let's do that. Take a hat and put ear holes in it, Frank. I don't think people realize how many hours your paintings take because we see it condensed down into 5-minute video. Yeah, if I made a video, the amount of time it took, that would be a boring video. Have you ever shared your family story? Not yet, but perhaps this weekend. Will called me yesterday, said, hey, we should get together because he has some time. So if I'm not doing anything this weekend, and if Cho's not doing anything this weekend, I think we'll get together and then we'll do a live or something. So order from Facebook. You can order from Facebook if you want, but it can be, you can go order from josh@gmail.com if you see something you like. Hi, Joshy Poo. Hey, I don't know why you called me that. That's weird, but getting any work done today? I'm drawing your picture. Cat's creations and conversations right now. I wish I could make this go down. Ah, maybe if I do this. I'm gonna do my best here to make this. Let's see here. I don't know how to do this. It's gonna just fall. Okay, nice. Maybe if I put this like this. Ah, word. Okay, I got my slush right here. What does Ushitat mean? It means maker. Is there a video of you finishing the painting of the bison? That will be in the next I'm just going to get some inspo here. That'll be in the next vlog. So the next vlog is like a 3-parter thing. It's going to show life as a professional artist. So one is going to be like a charity thing. That's the bison thing. It wasn't necessarily charity, but it acts the same way as a charity. So there's that, and then something that I'm going to do for myself, which is the drawing on my truck, which is what I'm going to do after I'm done talking to you, after I'm done drawing this. And then after that, it's, it's going to be, I guess you could call it client work, which is what I'm going to do for my friend with the forging. And then after that, if I have time, there will be a 4th part, which is going to be making the signs, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Should make sense. What the heck is this? Sorry, there's dead air here right now. Someone added me. So this is probably boring. Someone did, oh. Saying to myself, he'd probably make something cool out of this. If I had 1 billion years, I'd hammer all that rusted burnt metal to make a feature wall on my house. Alas, it will be going to the scrap metal pile. Aw, dang. The clever Corvid. She could definitely make something out of that. Alright, let's go back. I'm going to get onto this drawing here. How many are you here? 322, wow. That's insane. Where's... Nope, wrong. Wrong. Where are all the photos? What is happening? Man, I hate this. There should be... whatever. Sorry. Hey guys, how are things going? You are so wise. Love you. It's weird when people say they love me. I do appreciate your kind words, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't want it to come off like I'm some sort of asshole. My husband just took a new job. It's slightly less money, but he'll hopefully be a whole lot happier. So worth it for the whole family. Word. Definitely. Your son has ADHD, and Einstein had ADD, possibly ADHD. Word, that is great. God bless you and keep up the talents. Thanks, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I saw something. I want to quit my job, says Gabby. Quit your job then. I mean, if you can. Don't obviously neglect your responsibilities if you can help it. I'm gonna start this drawing here. I may have to start this over, I don't know. I'm not much of a drawer. I'm more of a scribbler, I guess you could say. Let's see here. Go. No, I wish I would have done this a little differently. Something like that, I think. Let's see. I'm just gonna go back down. Okay, now I'm back at the regular pace. Okay, let's see here. We go like something like that, and we'll go like let's see here. It's awkward drawing for you guys live because I'm not very good at it, so it's like, oh no, I don't know if I want to show this exactly. But this is a drawing or a thing that I paint quite often, so it's it's not as nerve-wracking because I already have done it before. And to be honest, I'm looking at a picture right here of one of my past ones, so yeah. And it's not really a drawing, it's more of a scribble. Greetings from South Jersey. Officially opening of the short points this weekend. Hello, summer. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Right here. Go with, maybe we'll put a feather right in here. Alright. I know there's a lot of dead air in here. I'm going to try to keep telling stories. Woot, you're still here. I don't know what that means. But, oh, maybe you left and came back. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Right here, I'm going to put a... Oh, you know what? I wish I didn't do that, actually. That's okay. Go like this. We'll go like this. Okay, now we'll go here. So I'm from Ermineskin, and in Ermineskin there's this really cool headdress. Uh, it's not like a war bonnet style, but it's got like a really cool, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it's a design, but it has all these ermines, or ermines, I guess you could call them. I don't know, that are hanging down from the headdress, and I think it just looks so cool. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. The detail is like kind of not sloppy, I wouldn't say, but it's more like kind of free in this drawing here. So yeah, I one time I found an Irma. I was invited to this guy's house to come get some. Let's see. Let me look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. To come get some. I guess junk off of his property that he wasn't going to use, and I lifted up this big can, and there was a dead ermine right underneath it, and I was like, "Yo, bad omen." All right, let's see about that. It's kind of cool how like different cultures how they decorate their regalia and stuff. I just think it's so cool how they're like, all right, so here I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put this, because I think it looks good and it symbolizes whatever, right? I think that's super dope. All right, let's go like this, like this, we'll go like this, like this, go like this, and let's see here. I want to go, let's see here. So I'll try to get some more of this in here. Josh, this is a helpful hint from Henry for all your thoughts. You need some whiteboards around your house, garage, so you unleash on them so you don't lose them. Word. I have like this notebook that I used to write my ideas in, and then, yeah, it has some ideas in it, but the rest of it is empty. Okay, let's go with. Let's go with this. Okay, then we'll go like this. This will be the bottom of these feathers. And then from there, we'll just there goes my mouse. Just watch on. Wow, makes me miss all. What? I wish I could scribble like that. I'm sad for the Trail of Tears. Yeah, what a bummer, hey? Is the Indian chief from a particular tribe? No, he's just a guy. He just represents like My one friend, he has this idea, and I don't know if it's his idea, but it's something that he proclaims, where there's a lot of intertribal and like lateral violence, let's say, between different bands and different tribes and different, whatever. And so he has like this philosophy, I guess you could call it, where he says it's one tribe. He subscribes to one tribe. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter if you're Blackfoot, Cree, Algonquin, anything. He's like all one tribe. Let's do this together, sort of thing. And I think that's cool. So um, I guess this is kind of that same idea. I didn't coin that phrase, and I've never attached that phrase to these, except for when we did a collaboration together. We called the one that we did together One Tribe, Chief One Tribe, and that's kind of what I think of, I guess you could say, with these. Although I've never coined that phrase or attached it to these necessarily. It's a good idea that I like. So this is nobody. We can call it. I just usually just call them something that I enjoy, like this one that I'm looking at right now, because this is one that. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I never wrote anything on this one. Like one of them's Chief J, one of them's Chief Pontiac, which Chief Pontiac actually is a guy. Um, Here I'm looking at one. I'll show you real quick. So that one is Chief One Tribe. And so I did this part, and then he did. This is like a signature series of his, and he does his backgrounds like this. So yeah, that was one that we did a show that we had together when we did an Alberta tour, um, which was pretty cool. Is there still intertribal discord? Oh, absolutely, but it's mostly like gang type stuff, right? So like my band, but see, there's one good thing about it being such a dangerous place to be, is that since I'm from Ermineskin, no one will mess with me from any of these other bands that are around here because they don't want the retaliation, which I would never enforce or anything, and I don't really have the communication with anyone that would actually enforce it for me. But, one time I almost got beat really badly, and my wife was there and my brother in law. We were so dead. And then I just told them that I was from Ermineskin, and then they were like, all right, cool, all good, do whatever you want, because they didn't want, just in case I was connected to anyone else, they didn't want that, uh, that it wouldn't have been a gang war necessarily. It just wouldn't have been pretty though, just in case. So they were cool with me being there, and that was just me just fishing, and they're like, yo, this is Indian land, because they thought I was white. So yeah, but they were worried for a second. But I was worried bigger because I didn't want to get my ass kicked by at least 7 dudes. And I didn't want anything to happen to my wife, obviously. So, yeah. Could have been bad, but luckily it was fine. Okay, so. Let's see. Does your tribe have a cultural festival? Oh yeah, they all do. Yeah. So I've never been to any of the powwows. It's just not worth it for me. Nowadays it's a little better. Lots of white people go to powwow, so it's not like because I look like a white person. You get looks and stuff, right? Because they're like, hey, this is our thing. But nowadays it's getting a little better. But I've not gone to one. I've been invited several times, but I don't know. I just don't want there to be any issue, and I don't want to resent my own people. So why put myself in a situation to resent anyone I don't want to resent? You know what I mean? All right. I like this drawing so far, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one more. I mean, it's not really a drawing, it's more of a scribble, but. Is your wife also Indian, of Indian heritage? She's not. I put my pen on fast forward. Can we see the drawing? I'll show it to you at the end. I just said my last name and everyone knew my brother, so that was my band. Yeah. Have I ever seen the show Letterkenny? Yeah, it's absolutely atrociously boring. It's okay. It's just it seems like they filmed that show with a whole bunch of like lines, and then there should be a whole bunch of outtakes, but instead of making them outtakes, they like keep it all in. I don't understand that. But I don't know. I watched it a couple times. Probably like 10 episodes or so. Uh, let's see. Could someone tell me who he is drawing? I'm not drawing anyone. It's just a person. Pointillism. I have a Native American chief my daughter did for me years ago using dots with tiny ink pen tips. Oh yeah, that's pointillism. When I scribble, it looks like a load of dead spiders. Yeah, same here. Uh, he's been talking for like 2 hours and let me do a drawing now. What? I've always been fascinated with native art. They are very talented. Yeah, different tribesmen. My favorite is Haida. Haida has a really cool tradition with their art. I love the way they do that. Cree art to me is not very nice, so I don't really like it. I like more contemporary play with the Cree art, but a lot of people are against that because they say that tradition should follow, or current should follow traditional, and I don't understand why, but they do. All right, so let's just take some of this, put this in here like this. I don't know. I gotta sign this still, so I'll keep a little spot here. Um, let's see here. I kind of always struggle with this. Like, I like to put like character and stuff in their faces. So I try to like put wrinkles and stuff in there, give it some. I like it like wisdom, I guess you could call it. Not wisdom, but you know, I want him to look old and wise, like a young chief. Doesn't have as nice of a face to paint. I mean, I mean, historically, I mean, I love looking at those pictures. They look so good in like sepia tone and stuff, and black and white. But when they colorize, I'm just like, he doesn't look as badass now. Same with like war photos, like from World War II stuff. You're just like, oh man, that's so badass. It looks like a tough ass dude, and then put it in color. I'm like, oh, that's my uncle. That's my Uncle Bob. I don't actually have an Uncle Bob, but you know what I mean. Okay, so like this. I tried drawing a straight line once. Older faces have more character. Yeah, word. Like old Asian faces, like old Asian women and men, I guess. Like how their faces are all cracked up if they're like, 99 years old. You're just like, wow. I think it's funny how when you when someone you talk to is from a different part of the world, and they're old, a lot of people talk. Well, even if they're not old, people always talk to them like they're children. They're like, "Oh, come over here," or whatever. If they can't understand them, or if they're old, it's like, "Yo." Like when I think about people nowadays, I'm like, that guy fought in World War II. He's more badass than you. You don't have to talk to him like he's a child just because he's old. People are like, oh, old people are so cute. I'm like, yeah, you know how many people he probably killed? Which, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, in certain situations. But it just makes me just, it makes me laugh where I'm like, yo, that guy or woman, whoever, I'm like, they've been through way more than you have. Probably. Maybe not all the time, but I don't know what made me think of that, but I don't know. Just thought I would mention that for whatever reason. Okay, let's see here. A little more there. I don't know. I think I like this like this, I think. Hmm. What kind of pen is this? Yo, this is. I'm not. This is a pen from my wife's work. This is a regular gel ballpoint pen. 81 years here. Old and wise. Word. Beautiful. After yapping for a while, you just started drawing. Well, I figured I would. I mean, let's try to make it a little bit interesting for you. Have I done a self-portrait? No, I have not. I have not. So this picture here is going to a specific person. I forget what her name is, but she's on. Well, she was on. I don't know if she's still on. Let's see if I can find her. 1 second. Let me just see if I can find her. Why don't you just look at my face for a bit? I was watching an old TV show from the 40s last night, and I said out loud, "Oh wow, that guy looks like Josh." uh, I had the privilege to be invited in a powwow in Kamloops. It was magic. It was truly great. Yeah, well, I mean, depends, right? No way. I am of Polish heritage. My wife is Polish. Polish? Polish. Uh, she's not Polish, Polish. Like, but that. Oh, phew. I thought I wrecked this for a second. But it's all good. Let me see if I can find that person. Sorry. This is dead space. I forget what her name is, but I just said her name earlier. But I know what her picture looks like because it's the same on Instagram. Going Pokemon hunting. Oh man, I don't know where she is. I'm probably past it already. Sorry if this is boring. It probably is very boring. Ah, there she is. Cat. Cat's creations and conversations. She says Uchitat means maker. This is Cat's drawing. I'm gonna send her. I wonder if that's her real name. Are you still on, Cat? How did the painting turn out from Saturday? I personally didn't like it, but a lot of people liked it. You can check it out on my Instagram at My Hands Gallery or on Facebook at My Hands Gallery. It's in the Animal Kingdom thing. Although I'm going on here onto this Facebook, and I actually can't even go to that album. Oh, I can go to no. See right here it says mobile uploads, Instagram photos, timeline photos, and just one album. Click Dreams. I don't know why. Kind of annoying. this happened to someone else before. They're like, "Hey, how do I see all your photos?" And I was like, "Just go on the photo thing." But yeah, I don't know. Facebook does this every once in a while where it'll just screw you, and I don't know why, but it does. Very annoying. Okay. So let's put this back down. There we go. Yeah, whatever. I don't need that anymore. So I'm almost done this. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna head off so I can go outside and start drawing on my truck. Actually, you know what? I might even put this image on my truck. Why not? Not this exact one, but I'll do one like it. I like drawing it, so. All right. I love to watch you paint, Josh. You inspire me to pick up my paintbrush again. Awesome, do it. I painted some walls in my time. Yo, I suck at painting walls. Do a Cree chief or on your truck or the tribes. You know what I could do? I could do my grandfather, Chief Ermineskin. There's not very many good pictures of him. In fact, I only know one. Why don't I show you guys a picture of him? I can probably Google that. Chief Ermineskin. Here he is. First picture in the Google search. You see that guy? So him, and let's see if I can find, this is Chief Bobtail, which look pretty similar. This is my great uncle. I've painted him before, but I have not painted my own grandfather. But I would like to, and then one day I will. He's wearing this cool top hat. Yeah. I don't know who these guys are, but they're from the Ermineskin Cree Nation, I guess. This is more modern, right? They're like wearing glasses and stuff, and there's railings over here. This is at a powwow. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that really quick. Oh, that would be nice. Cool. Yes, that's a good idea. Oh wow, my dad was a Polish survivor of World War II. Yo, my wife's grandfather was a POW, I think. That's insane what they would have gone through. All because of this one dickhead, Mr. Hitler. Okay, this one's practically done. I'm just trying to darken up the rest of the paper around his face. Why don't I show you it right now? Hopefully you can see that. I can't see what you can see. All right, now let's sign it. Hopefully you can see this. Wicked. Done. Okay, this is gonna go off to, I forget what her name is again. Cat. Cat's creation. Hopefully she likes it. I don't even know if she'll like it. That would suck if she was like, "What is this crap?" Okay, I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna take off. All right, guys. Since we're doing cultural stuff, why don't we just do one more? Like this. I'm gonna get rid of this now. I don't need this. Okay. Get rid of this keyboard. board and stuff. This is not exactly where I normally draw. I don't normally draw, so, you know. Paint him sooner than later. He won't be here forever. Well, he's dead like, I don't know, 7 years ago, so probably not gonna see it regardless of if I paint it now or later. That's a historic picture, right? Like that's a long time ago. I didn't know him. Yeah. So Grandpa from Grandpa Chronicles? No, he is not. He's from the other side of the family. So also my mom that you've seen in the uh like my mom that you've seen in the vlogs, that's not my real mom. She's she's actually my babysitter's mom that my mom left me at. She just became my mom, I guess you could say. But next weekend you'll get the whole story in I guess a live. We'll probably do a live video or something. I was gonna show you some other ones that I've done, but this is taking too long to go through it all. That's okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go with, let's see here. So if I want to go, maybe I'll go from here or something. Yeah, we'll go like that. Okay, so we'll go. That's probably, let's see here. Okay. I started that in the wrong spot, so we'll go whatever, it doesn't matter. This is just a doodle. I may have left too much space. Whatever. That's okay. See, with painting, you can just like paint over it, so it's not a big deal. It's just, you know. This also is no one in particular. Oh, I have an idea. Hello, Melissa. Someone says, oh, Melissa Archibald, is she here? Let's see. If I go back up. I do use acrylic paint, by the way, Paula. Do you use a carpenter pencil to draw? If I want to draw and I only have a carpenter's pencil, yes, I guess I would. But it's not all the time. Okay, how do you spell your grandfather's name? Chief Ermineskin. So Ermineskin. Oh, people are saying it's freezing. I'm not frozen to me, so I'm not sure what that is. Maybe if you refresh. I don't see Melissa. Maybe I just missed her. Or maybe it just flashed up. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Oh, there it is. Hi, Josh. And then she has a hand for slapping. Just kidding. Two of my brothers got left with someone too, but my dad was in the military. Came back from overseas with my mom, and my dad rescued my two brothers from a sitter who nearly starved them. Damn, son. Well, my mom left me at the sitters. Different situation. Bit of a bad mom, I guess you could say. Everyone remember the thumbs up. Thanks, Melissa. I don't know what that does, but thank you. How could she not like a drawing you just did for her? Oh, I don't know. You don't have to like everything I do. I was freezing but refreshing now. Okay. OMG, Alex is doing a comp for the Potter House. All right. Let's see here. Oh, you probably want to see this. Let me put that back down there. Oh my good gosh, goodness gracious. Let me get back down to the bottom. Okay. This is going to be a more straight on. And this is going to be similar to, what was his name? Chief Scabby Bull. That's the picture I'm looking at right now that I painted it. Let me show you that. So I'm using this as a reference photo, but I'm going to change it a bit. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do Chief Scabby Bull. There we go. All right, let's see how quickly I can do this. And hey, I have an idea. Do one of you, if you the more Facebook will recommend your channel to other people. You mean YouTube? Like the same thing, so more people can do. Oh, that's awesome. Like the OK one in the chat. What? How do I put the little symbol? Oh, like the emojis? I have no idea. Someone says great piece for reference. Yeah, this is a painting I did a while ago, and I just looked at a historic painting for that. I was thinking this scribble here, I will do a giveaway to someone who has bought a hat. Does that sound cool? How do y'all know she doesn't like the picture? I didn't say she didn't like the picture. I'm just saying hopefully she does like it. She didn't say if she liked it or not. I have no idea. She might think it's trash, or she might think it's awesome. I have no idea. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter because it's free. So, but this one here, I'm thinking about doing like a giveaway. That's bribery. What do you mean that's bribery? Well, I can't afford to just send stuff for free, so it's not bribery. If you want the thing for free but you're not willing to pay for something, then that says more about you than it does about me. I'm not sure what your intent with that comment is, but I don't know. We'll just leave it at that, I guess. Okay. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go like this. Bam, 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 bam. What are you barking at, bud? Let's see if I can get this going. Hey, what are you barking at? It's okay. Don't worry. There's no one there. Just relax. Let's go like this. Hey. Oh, you're barking at the neighbor's dog. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's right there. He's looking out the patio door, seeing what's up with this dog. Hey, that's okay. Relax. What? It's okay, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Ah, my knee. Sounds like a good plan. I share Josh's work on Facebook so people in the USA area where I am from see Josh's work. Awesome, thank you. Deborah, press the window sign. Incentive, not bribery. Yeah, it's incentive. when you draw on paintings, do you use a fat Sharpie or acrylic paint pen like MB on the painting? I bought some acrylic paint pens and the flow was terrible. If you use oil based, it's way better. Um, so I use oil based ones. Hey, you good? You good, buddy? Good. Look at this hand. Look at those floppy ears. Good boy. All right, let's get this drawing done, shall we? So we can go outside. Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave you guys at that point, but it'd be a lot easier if I looked at this from up above. Orientation. I don't want his face to be too skinny. It actually looks too skinny now, so we'll go like this. This is easier. Okay. The lady who witnessed the accident, how did she go? What? As an artist, Josh's work is worth more than he charges. His work is quality and from the heart. Thank you. This is a pen. It's a ballpoint pen. It's like a gel pen. Joshua, that's bullcrap. My father was a Fed. Was a Fed. Bribery is when you threaten somebody to get money out of them. One way, what you're doing is not against the law. Believe me, I would know. I would. I would tell. Okay. Hey, did you know Alex is going to? Oh, Jesus. Let's be kind to one another in here. Yeah, let's be kind. Does Hank get on with the neighbor's dog? Does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Does he get along? Does he get it on? Does he? I don't know. Does he fight with them or? He doesn't fight with them. They like each other. So, all good. He just likes to bark at the dog until he gets over there. He mostly barks at people. Um, so he hasn't met all of the family over there. So he's like, hey, what are you doing over here? So I think that's his deal. So if I let him out right now, he's going to go over there and start barking at them. So I'm not going to let him out because I'm not going to be able to go out there and be like, yo, it's all good, bro. So, you know what? This actually looks nothing like that picture that I'm copying because I keep not looking at it. So he's just a random guy, but that's okay. We'll call this guy, I don't know what actually. I was going to try to make up a name, but I can't think of anything. Hank wants excitement. That was like the only thing I said on here and was asking someone on the chat and you read it and I sound stupid. I think I'm just not talking live. Sorry. Oh, I don't know what I read, but I didn't mean to make you sound stupid. Oh wait, are you the person? Are you the person who the bribe thing? Well, if you didn't mean it like that, it sounded like you were saying, like, oh, that's how you get people to support you is they have to buy something, which that's absolutely not what I think. So, if that's not what you meant, then don't worry about it. All good. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Don't worry about it. All right, so there we go. Sorry, there's lots of dead air in here. Let me answer some stuff. Keep talking. That's the whole point of live chat. I can't wait to see the truck. It will look awesome. Thanks. Thank you. Good morning here and good evening there. I made another live. Thanks for being here. Just being what? Just being to look up. Just what? Just being to look up Chief Erskine. How awesome to have such documented history of your ancestor. I only found my Polish relatives 10 years ago. Well, yeah, there's not very much information on Chief Erskine for whatever reason. There is on the other three brothers in comparison, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see if I can do... I'm trying to make it look like he has gray hair. So that it can, so he looks older. And I want, let's see here. I want his braids to be in some sort of animal skin, kind of like, there we go. There's this cool picture of Chief, what's his name? Chief, shoot, I even painted him. I can't remember. Let's see if I can find him in here. Oh, he's right here. Wolf Robe, that's his name. I didn't do it much justice, but in his braids and stuff right here, he has they're covered in some sort of animal skin. I don't know what hide they are, but I don't know. I don't know too much about my own culture, unfortunately, where I could just be, oh yeah, that's beaver or whatever, right? But anyways, that's what I'm trying to do here with this part right here. Of course, this isn't a scribble, so the details, obviously, you know, it's up for your own, you have to just know, I guess. But I just think it's super cool. Maybe I'll put 2 feathers on this guy's head too, kind of like Wolf Robe here. I don't know. Oh, let me get a... I'm left-handed and my hand doesn't care which way I face my subjects. Okay. Are all your windows going to be bulletproof? That would be really cool. Man, you know how much bulletproof glass costs? No, they're not all going to be. We actually have, for the kitchen window, right there. Whoa, that's bright. We have that window. I'm going to put that in maybe in the next vlog. I'm not sure exactly. But then we can start on the kitchen tile and stuff, which will be good. I'm on an iPad with keyboard, but got to go again. We'll see you all again, I'm sure. Enjoy Josh Security, everyone, and play nice. Trolls, keep it real. Hey, Josh, ever watched North of 60? I was filming in Alberta many years ago. You know, I think Alex worked on that show, but I'm not exactly sure. I can't be certain. But he worked with my wife's, not uncle, but like, I think they called him uncle. They worked together, which was kind of cool. And no, I have seen it a couple times, but not too much. How much are you selling the hats for? So the hats are $40 Canadian, and they are shipped for $15 to the States, $20 to Canada, and $25 internationally. And I may have to figure that out exactly. It might be way more in some places, and hopefully it's not. But anytime it's a little more, I'll eat the cost. But if it's like, you know, like $40, then I'll message you and be like, yo, do you still want it? It's gonna cost this much more. And you know, I don't blame you if you were to say no. I mean, I really appreciate all the support I've been getting. It's really awesome what you guys have been doing for me. It's definitely not lost on me. Yeah. No, that wasn't me. I just asked what the drawing. Oh, okay. Beautiful pictures of Cree Chief Ermskin on Google. I'm gonna read it later. Yeah, he's really cool. I mean, he was. If you just read up like their goal in starting, yeah. Your furry baby's getting antsy. Well, I don't refer to him as my baby, but yeah. Won't you put a screen print, you know, of Hank and put on a... Yeah, I will do that. Is this a line drawing or a future painting? This is just a drawing. I mean, it's whatever. It's a scribble. It's not going to be a painting, I don't think. Let's see if I can... We're just trying to finish this one up here. Almost done, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for being here, by the way. 273 people are still here. Didn't get bored yet? That's insane. Alright, Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a random uh, order for a hat. I think. I think that'll be kind of cool. So if you order a hat, one of you will get the. And it's gonna be random. You can't. I mean, if you ask for it, it's not guaranteed. It's just I'm just gonna put it in one of them. Random giveaway, I guess you could say. $40 Canadian is about 30 US. Yeah, something like that. It is his to do what he wants. I am sure he saw it. He saw it true on the pot. What? Saw it through. Oh. Good point, Josh. Only other people are overpaid. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not understanding this. I'm not following. You can make me a moderator if you'd like, and then when I catch you live, I can troll hunt for you. All right, Melissa. I don't know how to do that, but you're the best. Wouldn't it be boring if we all like the same things? No need to be rude, though. Who said they didn't like something? I don't even know. That's what I'm hoping for. I keep putting up messages, but I am limited. Cannot put links in anything of that nature. How long ago did you move into this house? 3 months ago. Almost 4 months ago now. Melissa Sue thinks the drawing is trash. Either they're a troll or their opinion sucks. No, I'm just kidding. They can like or not like whatever they want. Hi Josh, my husband wants to know what type of truck you own. I have a 2002 Dodge Dakota, and unless you're talking about the black one, that was a 2002 uh, Silverado, the 1500. My husband and I are collaborating on an amazing mixed media collage painting. Sick. That's cool. What is that? Sorry. I wish I could scribble as well as you. Maybe you can. I mean, my goal, like usually I don't paint from my head unless I'm just making up something. Usually I paint from a picture. So what I do is I just try to make or several pictures. Often it's several pictures just so that there's no issues with copyright. This picture here, it looks like nothing. So no one's gonna come after me for this, but uh, what I do, if it's several pictures and I paint, you kind of mash some things together and then you can come up with a picture usually. But if you're just copying straight from one picture, all you got to do is just make the lines look the same. So, kind of like, so for this picture, right? Oh gosh. So, back here. It's a very good drawing, right? But I was half looking at a picture, and what I did, it was like, say, okay, so say his eyes. I just wanted to make his eyes look the same as the eyes that I was looking at earlier. So I'm just like, all right, draw like some blackness here. I'm like, okay, that looks similar. Now I need to add some more down here. Say like, I'm not really done this yet, but okay, so I added all that in, and then looking back at the picture, I'm like, okay, now there's this line here, so I'm gonna make that line, right? You just start one line at a time. That's how I do it. And I mean, I'm not a good drawer, so if you just make it a scribble, no one can tell you it sucks as a drawing necessarily. I mean, they can. There's always gonna be someone who doesn't like what you do, and there's always gonna be someone who doesn't necessarily not like what you do. They just want to say something mean, and whatever. Who cares? Like they don't have to like something. Most people who say a mean comment just want to have their voice heard and just be mean. which is totally cool. You're allowed to do that. At least in this country, you are. Um, when people say it to your face, they want to get a reaction out of you or see you defeated, which you can't do to me because I don't care. Um, I know I'm a good artist, so if you know that about yourself, don't worry about it. You're saying that you just wish you could, so maybe you're not even an artist, so that maybe that doesn't apply. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Someone just said, ahoy ho el melma pono y'all. I don't know what that means. And I probably said that super wrong. I obviously said that very wrong. Um, Kathy and Kathy. Oh, 324 people are off on Monday. I'm off on Monday. Melissa Sue said LOL. Call marketing what you're doing. It's not going to legal. It's not going to stores. Put lost leaders and especially I don't know what that is. What is inspire and create? It should be your last name handle. I have no idea. I don't speak it. My husband and I have been living with my parents for a year saving up. How long did you and Ashley live with her parents before you got a house? Well, we didn't necessarily live with her parents. I guess you could say that we did live with her parents. We rented their a suite, so we didn't live necessarily in the same house, although we kind of did. It was kind of like a duplex situation. So you walk into the back door, you turn right to get into our house, or you turn left to get into their house. But we lived there for 5 years, 5 years I think, and we saved up. I bought a lot of stuff, mostly tools. Uh, During that time, probably like $50,000 worth of tools or something like that. So we actually didn't save up until the last 10 months of living there to get this place. I'm sorry, that's a lie. We did save up, but the last 10 months were like the real push. So the first 4 years we would save a little bit, but then we'd go on vacation and stuff, right? My in-laws are pretty cool, so they didn't have a problem with us staying there for however long we needed. But we'd go to the island and stuff a couple times a year and stuff, and then we decided to do some house shopping, especially when this house was coming on the market. We looked at another foreclosure because I wanted a foreclosure because I wanted to be able to start with somewhat of a blank slate. I didn't want to go into someone else's project that they already renovated and then scrap it and then start over again. Because it's kind of a shame to take away all their hard work and then do my own thing. So if there's no good work in there, or if it's old or dated, that's what I wanted to do. So I found this house and then we moved out. So when I knew that we were gonna get this, as a self-employed person, the banks mostly don't look at you. They're just like, no, too risky. But ATB, which is it's an Alberta Treasury branch. That's what it stands for. They're an Alberta bank, and they have like this campaign right now called I think it's called ATB Listens. Yo, if you're in Alberta and you need a loan, I wish they were paying me to say this, but they're not. You need to go to them. They will like I call them up. We went to 7 banks through a broker, wasted so much money getting inspections and stuff on this house. Even though I'm like, yo, we already got an inspection. They're like, oh yeah, we need to get our own inspection. So I'd pay for all that, engineer's report and all that stuff. And then suddenly they're like, yo, can't help you, sorry. And that was the Colin Bruce mortgage team. Maybe I shouldn't be saying these companies out loud. Too late. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna call my bank. I've been with my bank for 11 years, so let's do this. Call him up. I called him up at 6:50, and they close at 7. And I spoke to him for like 2 hours. He got me pre-approved. Didn't even need to see my wife's information. Knew I was an artist. Saw my bank information, and he's like, "Yeah, pre-approved. Call you back tomorrow." He's like, "Yeah, you're good. uh, now we'll see your wife's information. So they had to be careful, obviously, because they are a bank and their goal is to make money. But saw her information, saw it was all good, and then got this house. And in the when we've owned this house for a while now, but we just did a bunch of work and still live with my parents or my in-laws, and I forget why I went on this tangent. Um, yeah, I don't know. My in-laws are pretty kick-ass. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, you say you live with your in-laws or your parents. Yeah. I don't get why people always judge that. So what? Like, we could have bought a house before this, I guess, if we had that goal. But like, well, we would have had to save up sooner. Like we a real push. Like we saved up $50,000 or something like that in 10 months. Because we only had like 20 or no 30 or 40,000 or something like that. But we needed a little more because we're first time home buyers and you have to have 20% down. Plus we needed money for renos. So I worked like a mad dog and we got that. But like if it didn't work out, living with my in-laws, not a big deal, as long as they don't care. I don't understand why people are like, you still live with your parents? Word. Houses are like $500,000 for a shack. Yeah, I can't afford that. Rent costs more than mortgage. You pay like $1,500 for a, like a one bedroom studio. That sucks. I don't know. That's probably not the question that you asked, but yeah. Thanks, Josh. It's been great finding out a little about you and your answers. Thanks for answering my questions. I really enjoy your not boring blogs. Many thanks. Good night from you guys. Thanks. Laws in Canada are different than the US. Thank God for copyright. Word. But, I mean, Canada has international copyright, so it's the same as the US. That drawing is from the mind of an artist. You are a great artist, Josh. Thank you. Your drawing does not suck. You have talent. I don't mean it sucks. I just mean, like, this is not, you know, if this drawing ever becomes worth, a sum of money, it will be because hopefully I get some notoriety in the art community, not because it's done really well, sort of thing, right? So let me just finish this up here. Uh, the drawing looks like my grandpa, but he was Cherokee. He kind of does look Cherokee. This is no one in particular. So I'm gonna look up something right here. I modeled it off of a Chief Scabby Bull, and I believe, ooh, uh, let's see here. Oh, no, I meant to go to Wikipedia. What is this? Dang it. See, I suck at computerness. Wikipedia, where are you? I mean, Wikipedia is not necessarily correct, but it's easy to just look it up real quick. Oh, he's the Cheyenne. Okay. Wow. You know what? I actually remember this. There was no information when I painted Scabby Bull. Now I have all this. I'm gonna read this later. Yeah, when I painted him, I could not find any information on him. Do you draw? Do you, Josh? It's attention-seeking BS. Okay. I promise. I've tried to draw and it's not good. I promise. No matter how much I try, but that's okay. I love watching others. Okay. Why don't you draw a circle, right? And then on that circle, draw an oval. And then inside that oval, draw a cross. And then on the horizontal part of the cross, divide that into, so you have three lines. And then the top line will be the top of your eyebrows. The bottom line will be your mouth. And the middle line will be the bridge of your nose, right? And then you can block that in with other lines. Try that. I don't know why you can't draw necessarily, but I think anyone could draw if they had like a good teacher. And there are people who are like self-taught like me who kind of just figure it out on their own, but some people just need a little direction. I don't know. I have no idea. Um, Saying company names is fine, no worries. No, it's just I just don't want them to be like, "Hey, man, why'd you throw us under the bus?" And I would just be like, "Because you guys suck." That company in particular, I always wanted to use them ever since I was young because they have these awesome commercials. Wow, they're not really that awesome, but yeah. Have I talked to my queen about a girl yet? Yes, she's going to make one soon. She's quite busy, so we'll get that figured out though, because there are tons of you who want one, and I'm super excited about that. So yeah, I will do that. We will do that. Like, I mean, she's game. So okay, I'm almost done this drawing. Enough already. Thanks for the entertainment. I love your scribble. Thank you so much. Enough already. You're the MVP of this conversation. We lived with my husband's parents and my dad, so yeah, it helps when they don't mind. You lived with your husband's parents and your own dad all in the same house? That's a full house. It's because in the US, if you're 18, parents almost kick you out and you are a failure if you don't. It's ridiculous. Well, that happens here too, definitely. I moved out when I was 17. I did actually get kicked out, but for, not because of my age. Uh, I got kicked out and then I moved back when I was, uh, yeah, a little bit later, a couple years later. And then I moved out when I got married. And then I only intended to stay in my in-laws' house for a short time, but I'm glad that I stayed as long as I did because I wouldn't have gotten this place. But the housing market went through the roof, right? And so we couldn't afford anything. We could have afforded some stuff, but it would have been really small, uh, and we didn't want that. We wanted some land. Blue door vlog build video. The build video will come out. I just want to do commentary with my grandfather. That's the main thing. Gabby, thank you so much. You love my artwork. I appreciate that. How did my wife do on her marathon? It wasn't a marathon. It was a 10K, 10 kilometers. I'm not sure how many miles that is. Probably like 6 point something miles or something. Let's see. 10K to miles. That is, oh, wow. 6.2 miles. 6.21371 miles. I don't know what her time was, but she beat her old time. So that's good. If Ashley is feeling less shy one day, it would be lovely to hear the story of how you guys met, got engaged, married, etc. I'll ask her. Josh, please don't eat any cost, please. I don't know if you thought about it, but final net will keep your sketches from smearing if you're using a pencil. That's what I used in the old days. Oh, I don't mind if they smear. I actually like it, so. Here in the USA, we don't have universal health care, so it's harder to get approved if you're self-employed. One terrible illness or accident could bankrupt you. You're lucky to not have to deal with that. Oh yeah, and especially in Alberta, although our new premier may privatize healthcare, which kind of sucks. Well, it really sucks actually, because yeah, our healthcare system is awesome, and in Alberta, it's actually the best in Canada, because we have like the Alberta Blue Cross, which is a separate program from the, like the socialist type. Like I mean, it's still socialist, but I mean, socialism is freaking terrible. Like the whole system together, but if you have social programs, that's great. So don't get me wrong when I say socialist. I'm not a socialist. I'm definitely a capitalist. But there are socialist ideas that I totally agree with. Doesn't matter. We're not getting political. But yeah, we have an awesome healthcare system. But I still wasn't getting approved, not because of any of that kind of stuff. It was just, I don't know, money, man. We got new rules in Canada. If you're a first time home buyer, you have to have 20% down, or you have to pay new homeowners insurance, which is a ridiculous amount of money, and you have to pay it for a super long time. And I was just like, okay, may as well put a gun in my mouth in that case because I won't be able to live. I had to go live on my own when I was 18. My family was impossible to stay with. Yeah, there's that situation too. In about 50, 60 years, the triangle will be found in a hoarder house, dug out and sold for big bucks. That would be cool. There will be expat Annie. There will be footage of that in the next vlog. There are people who have no hands to draw. Yeah, those people are insane who draw with their feet or with their mouth. Actually, at the art walk in St. Albert, there's this chick who's a quadriplegic and she draws with her mouth or paints. She might draw too, but she paints with her mouth and it is really good. I was gonna buy one of her paintings, but I couldn't afford them. Hey, don't forget super chats. Oh shoot, did I miss one? I'm sorry. You are so good. I don't know how to put in words. Don't ever let anybody make you think you're not. A lot of crooks out there. Oh, I'm completely confident in myself. When I say I'm not good, it's not that I think that it's not a nice picture. I'm just not very skilled. But I still think it's a nice picture. Like, I like this picture. It's just not super well done. That's all. Oh, yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more detail to this. And then, yeah. Uh, no, I'm just remember back when I used to do art. Rose from Las Vegas. Oh, I hope not. We need to keep our healthcare free. Oh, yeah, definitely. Social programs are socialist. Yeah, that's not what I was saying, but whatever. That's crazy. We only had to put down 5% when we bought our house. Yeah, you guys bought in a good time. Have I ever worked with resin? Yes, but not on paintings and stuff, just in more sculptural pieces. I wish people would share pics in the chat. Oh, could share pics. Will I paint John Wick? Probably not. You can commission me if you want. Then I will. But other than that, probably not. I wouldn't be able to sell very many of those, so it's not very, what would you call that? Economical? Economical? I don't know. For me to sell or to paint one. Sometimes I will paint stuff that I like just for myself, um, but not often because I need to eat. so so I need to have something that I can sell. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can find some inspiration here on the interwebs to finish this painting. I want to put a feather placement here, but I don't know exactly how I want to do it. So every once in a while, I just go into the Google machine, look down here. You know what? I can't find anything. Forget it. I want to end this live, but I want you guys to see this. So, Gordon Tutu, I don't know who that is. Let's see who that is. Gordon Tutu. Let's see. And you guys could have totally gone. Alien Thunder. Oh. There will be one of the party at the confectionery. Yeah, there will be. I don't really know when it's going to be out. It's not a vlog of the whole party. It's just of me basically painting a little bit, and there's a little other stuff put in there. Um, the music that I picked for it is pretty bitchin', I think. There was a live guy there, and I just recorded one of his songs while he was singing it. So hopefully the quality is good enough to use. Um, let's draw and talk. I always say when I like hire someone who likes to talk a lot, I'm like, come on, walk and talk, and then I never take my own advice when I do my own thing. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like. I'm pretty sure I was saying something, but now I don't remember what it was. The blue one on the table, came from the run that Ashley did. They were giving those out, I think, because you have to pay for these runs, right? So that's like part of the swag that you get. There we go. Let me just fill in this feather and then we're done. There's a sleep Hank. Hey Hank, what are you doing over there? I think I'm going to pet this guy. I'm gonna draw this guy's face maybe in a couple days, and think of a shirt I can do. I may have to go with a different company other than Sunshine Promotions because they're just so expensive. So I'll figure it out. I hope I can use them, but I'm trying to knock them down on the price, but they don't know me that well, so I'm going to try. Okay. Just gonna put the final details in here that I want to show up. And again, this is gonna go to some random person who ordered a hat. I'm not going to pick intentionally. It's just gonna be a random one that I put in. So hats will be ready in 3 weeks. So this will sit for 3 weeks until the hats are released. Well, whenever I get them. What? It was amazing, Melissa. Josh didn't arrive until 3, so we missed him by being too early. Oh, shoot. Yeah, all those people, I got a couple messages from people who were early, because I said I would come at 2, and then I just couldn't make it there in time. I'm sorry. I didn't know that it would be such a bummer if I wasn't there on time. My bad. Uh, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. Next time, if there's a next time, if I'm gonna be somewhere or I say I'm gonna be somewhere, I'm gonna try my very best to be there on time so that no one is waiting. Thank you everyone who did come out though. That was unexpected to see so many people who wanted to see me. I mean that happens when I do an art show sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. That was neat. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys. So yeah. How do we order hats? If you go on to the Instagram, you can see a picture of the hat. Unless you already know what it looks like, then don't worry about it. Then just order on just through email, just by sending a message. Just go to orderfromjosh@gmail.com. The hats are $40. Shipping to Canada is $20, US 15, and international is 25. Uh, I'm trying to do that kind of flat rate sort of thing. Those are online estimates. Some are more and some are less, so I'm just making it flat rate as much as I can. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring out packaging, but I got 3 weeks for that, so I'm gonna see if I can get some boxes that are just the right size and something that can be reused, if that's possible. But yeah. Okay. All right. Wow, I can't believe there's still 272 of you. Order your hats, guys. Don't be cheap. The Zero M. He's like the nicest troll on the planet. uh, actually, I don't even know if that guy is a troll or if that's a guy or a girl, whatever, whoever he or she is. Whatever they do, it's. I think it's quite hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna sign this now. Here it is. Let's see. Let's see if I can go like this. He's excited to go outside. There. So this size, let's see, what is this? 12 by 14, I think? No, 14 by 17. 14 by 17. So someone will get this. I think that's kind of cool. Thank you guys for watching. Let me peel this off. And put this away for when I send it out. Imagine I just ripped it right now. That would suck. Packaging is huge. I'm so grateful that you think about that. It's a huge polluter and there are lots of cool ways to use them more. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way that I can make it either super small yet durable so it makes it in the mail and it doesn't ruin the hat. Although the hat is pretty, it's fabric so it can bend and stuff. But if you bent the brim or the visor or whatever, that would suck. So it has to be durable, but hopefully not super thick. I don't know. Like I actually keep a lot of the packaging that I receive like in packages, and I will just reuse it. So some of you have probably received a package that is like an old Amazon box or a Home Depot box cut up or whatever, and then I just tape it up, and as long as it's working, why not? I mean, you're gonna throw it out anyways. It doesn't necessarily have to look like anything. But for the hat, since it's merchandise, I kind of want it to look a little more professional than just cutting up a brown paper box. Unless it's a plain paper box and I can just stamp it with an Ushitat stamp or something. Anyways. Approximately how much does it cost to ship your metal hearts to the US? Those, they weigh a little more. I just sent one out a couple weeks ago. That was like, I think it was like 20 bucks, something like that. It may have been less, or it may have been more. I think it was 20 bucks. One's getting shipped out to the UK on tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. It'll be when I do the. It would be tomorrow if they didn't order also a deck sign. That cost $35-ish dollars. I can't remember. 30 something dollars. So, you know, it's probably less than the international shipping. You really are an amazing artist. Your finger painting is amazing, and the sketch is also first class. Oh, thank you. Yep, that's my grandpa. So stoic. Love it. That looks like your grandfather. What I drew looks like your grandfather? Yo, I don't know if you're saying that, but if you're saying that, you should send me a picture. That is insane. Josh, when you roll up paintings to send to people, do people then need to get it stretched back onto a canvas? You mean onto stretcher bars? If it gets rolled up, yeah. You don't have to, I guess. You could hang it like that, but that would be weird. I don't necessarily roll them up though. It's better for them not to be. I would rather ship them full, but the shipping is way more, of course. Okay, guys. Uh, I think I'm going to save up enough to commission an original painting from you before you inevitably become so popular that I would not be able to afford it. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Or, you're not a man, but thanks. What is behind you to the right? My right? Your right. That right there? That is a heart. Let me see, your comments are in the way. That right there is a bear. That right there is a squirrel. That right there is the scrap metal heart. That right there is a chest. Or a trunk. Made out of a trunk. Have you ever created a cartoon? No. But I am going to draw a picture of SpongeBob on my car. You know that meme of him like talking like in a mocking voice, so it has like all the letters all weird. I'm gonna do that because people always ask me why I sharpied my truck and think it's stupid and it makes it worth less. I'm like, yo, it's my car. I can do whatever I want with it. Lots of people like it though. Miss Melrose says 0M. You're a nice troll, but it's still annoying in the end. I think the guy or girl, if I met them in real life, I always imagine like I'm like, what does this troll look like? Is he an absolute loser, or is he just like a regular dude who's just trying to have fun? Is he an old man? Is he or is she an old lady? Are they actual losers in real life, and this is just something I think is uh, something they have to do, or are they cool in real life and they just want to do something stupid? It makes me wonder, like, do they have a significant other? You know, I'm just like, man, they're still humans. They're just losers. But this guy or girl, I don't think is a loser. I actually like them. So if I commission a painting, can you throw in a hat? If you commission a painting that's $2,000 or more, I will throw in a hat. How about that? Uh, you know what? Screw it. Any paint, because if the commission started at $1,000, I could throw in a hat. Yeah, yeah. So if you want to commission a painting, the 24 by 30 is the smallest I like to paint on. Sometimes I will do 20 by 24. Not often. Usually I will paint, if I do paint on something smaller, it's just my idea. But yeah, sure. I'll throw in a hat. I'm like the Terminator. Two of trolls. In the first movie, I was bad. Now in Terminator 2, I'm the hero troll. Come with me if you want to. What's a question? Oh, did I write question instead of question? First time I've caught one of your live vlogs. It's 9:55 here in West Wales, UK right now. Well, Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? That's exactly it. That's the meme. Lucy O'Flynn. That is freaking hilarious. But it's gonna say, why did you draw on it? Just like that. Oh man, that's so funny. Ouch, too much truth being spilled. What? He's doing the PB dance dogs. No, he wants to go outside so he can go bark at that kid out there. I know my dog. Will you ever do replicas of the metal heart like the one similar to your wife's? I'd like to get one if I can afford it. Oh, that heart right there, that is that. Okay, I'm gonna go after this, but I'm gonna show you this. What? What, buddy? So this, let's see if I can show you this. You know, I'm gonna let my dog out because the guy is actually not out there anymore. Buddy? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me get back here a little bit. So this, show it again, is, I call it a heart, but it's actually just roots from a rose bush. My wife's name is Ashley Rose, and I was in Victoria smashing not smash. I was trying to put a retaining wall back, and this rose bush was in the way. Here, let's see if I can keep this in a shot. This rose bush was in the way. I'll just hold it. This rose bush was in the way, and I was trying to save it, but it was just too much in the way. And rosewood is super brittle. It's very easy to break. So I just smashed it apart with a sledgehammer, and then I cut this part with a Sawzall. But like, look at that color. It's like red. This is kind of dusty because I'm still doing dusty work in this house. But anyways, I wanted to do a tribute piece to my wife. So, you know, a rose represents love. Her name is Rose. I thought it was freaking cool. So I had this piece of burl that was turned on a lathe by my neighbor who passed away. And anyways, a lot of his scraps we got, and I had this for probably over a year. Didn't know what I was going to do with it until this came along, and I was like, yo, that's so cool. So I saw it, and it was all dirty, obviously, because it was underground. And then I washed it off with the water, and the water like gave it this rich red color, and I was like, it looks so sick. Now it has the red color because I put a finish on it, like out of clear. Here it's dusty, so it's not so red, but like look at the back where it didn't get so dusty. Once I clean this off, it'll be super rich and red again, but no sense doing that now since I keep doing a bunch of work. And the reason why it's out right now is so it wouldn't get damaged in a box. It would keep moving the boxes and stuff. So anyways, I brought it home, and I clipped some of the roots off. This used to be much bigger. If you scroll way back in my Hands gallery, is it My Hands gallery? I think the My Hands gallery, no, it would probably be the Ushitat Instagram. There will be a picture of this when I first pulled it out of the ground. I thought it was super cool. So yeah, I have a fascination with hearts. Like my ring finger tattoo is a heart. I also have a heart condition. One of my brothers had 2 heart transplants, and yeah, I don't know. The anatomical heart has been very close to me for many years, so it's kind of cool that this became a thing. I even had this in one of my shows. It was a Halloween show. So yeah. Anyways. Hey Josh, have you heard of Jeff Buckley? I don't know. I'm just reading all these comments quickly, just in case there's anything about it. He says he's gonna go 2 hours later. He's still here. Yeah. Okay. I don't see any questions about the heart, so um, the heart is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go, guys. Uh, oh, you're a nurse, Sandy. Awesome. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been, man, almost 3.5 hours. That's insane. Uh, wow, this 0M is getting nicer by the comment. Nice saying God bless. All right, 0M. Word. Thanks. Everyone else, look forward to the next vlog. It should be out maybe next week. I'm probably not going to put out another video for a while because I don't know how long it's going to take me to draw on the truck and I want to complete it. And then after that, I have a couple more things I need to put in the vlog. Otherwise, it's not going to be very long and it's going to be, I don't know. If you guys could, if you haven't seen some of my older videos, build videos, I'm trying to get the build videos with more views. And I hate to ask this, but if you guys could watch the, what did I call it? Not your typical crate coffee table. If you could watch that video, that would be sweet. If not, don't worry about it. But I am trying to get commissioned to do another one of that table. It's a coffee table, but I want to do that same sort of thing again. And I'm hoping that someone who sees it will be like, word, I need to get one of those. So yeah, that would be so sick. It's called Not Your Typical Crate Coffee Table. I think that's what it's called. It's one of the build videos, and I hope you guys are excited about one of you receiving that if you've got a hat. Anyways, peace out. I'm going to go work on the truck. Thank you, and thank you for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, not necessary. I'm